Oh, can you hear me? Hello? Oh, can you hear me? Oh. Yes, we lost sound there for a second. Yes, we lost sound there for a second, and we are back with you live. And right, we're just picking up the action again. It's gone for 4. This is the Jennings chance. That was earlier on. We've just, I hope you can hear us in the commentary box. It's 6 without loss, and we've had 4 balls of the first over. So we're back live with you. We just apologies for the delay as Jennings gets that down through the onside, and it's picked up by a fielder just inside the circle. And we've got 1 ball to go now of this over. It's 6 without loss. We will update the scores at the end of every over. Ralph is not for 6, so no wicket for 6 from his opening spell. And we'll get a few words as well. I hope you can hear me now, Russ, and everybody who's tuning in here on JB Sports as Ralph comes in over the wicket. And again, Jennings just beats it into the ground and it gets down to third man. Will be cut off by the fieldsman down there. And it's just a single. So end of the over. Lancashire are 7 without loss after the opening opening over. So 7 without loss after 1 over. That is for sure as we go into over number 2 now. So over number 2 we're on to now. Jennings is on 5, Salt's on 1. Just remind you that Lancashire won the toss and are batting first. As we look at Adam Lai, who's a terrific bowler of his own repute, and Joe Root as well, just been relieved of the captaincy of England, of course. Keaton Jennings, whose England career hasn't really got off to a good start, really. Has been struggling lately, but in the England side. But for Lancashire, he can do no wrong. Again, we're just having 1 or 2 technical problems, but we will bring you the action that matters here. So it's 7 without loss. The last time we were with you a few moments ago, and hopefully we'll have the game back for you in just a second or 2. And we do. So it's actually 17 without loss. We do apologise. So it's 1.4 overs now as the temporary stand is being rebuilt. So it's actually 17 without loss now. Apologies to anyone who's listening. We've just been a bit behind on the stream. So 17 without loss. I can tell you now as Best comes in over the wicket and the ball again just dabbed down by Phil Salt. It's just a single. So Salt's on 2, Jennings is on 14. This is the final ball of the second over. Lancashire are up to 18 without loss. I do apologise if you missed us at the start. We will try and run through the teams. If Russ could help me with the Yorkshire team, then I could go through it when we're in between overs as Best comes around the wicket. Bowls to Jennings. Jennings knocks it past Best. And they'll take a single as the throw came in from Joe Root. End of the over. Lancashire now 19 without loss as we are prepared now to go into the third over. And of course, Russ is saying, come on, Yorkshire, as he would at this stage. Now prepared to go to over number 3 here at this T20 Blast. Remember, this is a group stage game. And we hope you're enjoying the commentary with us now on JB Sports. And just gone to an ad break on the television coverage. A little bit of spot with the. This is the this is the two sides. And then just to remind you that Lancashire Lightning, Phil Salt, Keaton Jennings, Stephen Croft, Liam Livingston, Dane Villiers, the captain, Lamb, Wood, Hartley, Gleeson and Parkinson on their side. Adam Life, David Milan, Tom Corner Cadmore, the wicketkeeper, Joe Roop, the captain, Harry Brook, Sadiq Khan, Jordan Thompson, Matthew Revis, Dominic Bess, Adil Rashid, and Harris Rafe. And it's going to be Shadab Khan who's going to come in and bowl. 23, coming in at the Jimmy Anderson end. Leg break, bowls a leg break. And that's the Jimmy Anderson end. That's the media centre to the far side as you look on television. So we're into the third over. Lancashire 19 without loss. We will update the score at the end of every over. As Khan comes in, bowls round over the wicket, and again just dabbed down to there as he comes round again, and this time Jennings goes again and gets a single. Live the fielder down there. And Lancashire now move to the 20s. No wicket down at the moment. Jennings is on 16. Salt on 2. He's on strike now. As Stephen Croft is waiting to come into the action now. Packed house at Old Trafford for this Roses clash on a Friday night. Friday night cricket here on JB Sports as the ball is planted away by Salt. It's on the onside, offside for 4. Good shot. Really good shot there. And Salt now moves on to 6 as Shadab Khan comes in. And then the ball through the leg side this time. Past the fieldsman and it's gone into the fence for 4. It's 2 4s in many balls for Phil Salt, the wicketkeeper. Lancashire now on 28 without loss with 2 balls and a third over to go. It's sort of a sweep shot, if you like. He was on his knees. It was past the fielder there before he could even dive through the onside, and it's 28 without loss as Khan comes in, and again Salt knocks it away. Will there be a single there? Not this time. So it still remains 28 for no wicket with 1 ball to go of the third over. As Shadab Khan comes in, trots in over the wicket to Salt. And it's been knocked away for 4. Salt knocking it away. End of the over. It's 32 without loss. This is what happened. Yes, just a little sweep shot down to deep third man. And that's a fantastic shot. And Salt now moving away. And Lancashire now at this stage, 32 without loss after 3 overs. And it's looking very, very good at the moment if you're a Lancashire fan. That is for sure. So 32 without loss. Not 132, I should say, as I'm typing these in. So we're going into the 4th over of the game. And so that's the... so there's the updated score. 32 without loss then. Keaton Jennings now on strike. Shadab hit for 13 off 1 over. Revis now comes into the attack now for Yorkshire as they look to try and get a wicket or 2 here. Matthew Revis only played the 4 games, only taking the 1 wicket at an average of 13. His economy is quite good, 6.50, and his best 1 for 13. And Revis now comes in to bowl at Keaton Jennings, who's on strike, and Jennings just dabs it away past the fielder. It might go for 4. No, it's going to be picked up by the fielder down at the boundary on the offside, and they'll take 2 for that. So that's 34. Thompson doing the fielding down there, number 44. And that was pretty good athleticism there from Thompson. I think Jennings basically dabbed it through the offside, and it was like sort of not screeching towards the boundary, but sort of not even careering. It was going quite a slow pace, and that's gone for 6. 6 it is to Phil Salt, and it's 41 now for no wicket. Phil Salt smashing Revis into the stands, I think it may have gone to the deep third man. He's looked to hit that. Yes, he's hooked it. It's the hook shot. Over it goes for 6. Brilliant shot. And Lancashire here taking the Yorkshire attack to smithereens. Almost went into the building site there on the offside as Rebish comes in. And again, the hook shot from Salt as he hits that again down to deep third man. It's going to be picked up by Thompson, and they'll get 2 for that. So 44 without loss now. It's going pretty much to plan for Lancashire now. With 2 balls to go, it's actually a single taken. So it's 43 without loss now. And Salt on 22. I'm sure that was 41 rather than 42 before that. So it's 43. So they must have taken 2 there. Salt 22. Jennings 19. Rebish to Salt. Salt just hits it down the ground again towards the fielder, Adam Live. And he takes the ball, no problem. And it's 44 without loss. With 1 ball to go off the 4th over. Just losing the stream a bit, so the commentary's in dribs and drabs at the moment. So apologies there if you're trying to keep score. I'm trying to keep up with the commentary as Rebish comes in. Final ball, none for 12. Comes in, bowls to Jennings. Jennings hits him down the offside, and he's been taken by Adam Live. Jennings has gone for 19, and Lancashire lose their first wicket for 44. So a nice little blow there for Yorkshire to win. He was trying to hook it down through the offside, but he's hit it straight back down, hit it over the bowler's head, and Adam Life there was just standing about 15 yards further back, just on the edge of the circle. Takes a very comfortable catch. He's a very good catcher, Adam Life, and Yorkshire get the breakthrough. So out goes Keaton Jennings. He'll be annoyed with himself about that. 19 of 14. It's 44 for 1 Lancashire in this Roses 2020 game. So that's a real blow as Stephen Croft will now come to the wicket. Now going to the 5th over now, coming up towards. Oh, that's the situation at the moment now as we begin the 5th over of the game. So that's the catch taken again by Adam Life. This is Stephen Croft. Been at the club a long while now, Crofty. Played 210 games in his career. Runs at 4,388 and his average at around 30.5. His best 94 against Derbyshire at Old Trafford in 2015. As Ray comes in, but it's sort of a false start there, so he'll have to re-bowl that. I think he was happy with the track as he was running down. So we're into the 5th over then. 44 for 1 Lancashire. Good start really from the Red Rose. As Rafe comes in again, bowls and smashed away through the onside, but no run again for Phil Salt. Trying to hit Rafe down through the offside into the gap, but picked out the fielder. And there's no run. Well, a good start for the Lancashire Lightning. As I say, quarter-finalists last year before going down to Taunton and being beaten comprehensively by Somerset. As Ralph comes in again, bowls over the wicket. Hooked away, Salt through the onside this time. May have been drifting down the leg side. David Milan takes the catch there, or takes the ball rather down at square on. And there's just a 1 now, 45 for 1. That's a nice, colourful Lancashire blazer, if ever I've seen one. Just realised he's on television. There's the Lancashire coaching staff there. I think they realise they're on telly as well. Glenn Chappell, and he once took 7 wickets in a NatWest final many, many years ago. Here's Ralph coming in now to Croft. And Croft, he thought about the single, then had to scamper back. Salt realised it wasn't a single on, and in the end, Croft had to go back. There's no run scored, and there's no wicket taken. So there we go. Just in a Yorkshire pud on the boundary edge. I wonder if it's Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire pudding. I prefer my local pub's Yorkshire pudding to Aunt Bessie's Yorkshire pud. What about you guys? There we go. We'll look at some of your comments as well as soon as we get an opportunity. As Rev comes in, and then, well, it was a bit of a bouncer there. But in fact, no ball has been signalled by the ump. So, so that's the situation at the moment. By the ump. So, remember, 47 for 1. There's 3 balls to go. We will take. Please leave a comment if you are listening to us tonight. Where are you listening from? Any Yorkshire or Lancashire fans? Where are you listening to me from? So Ralph penalised, so 47 for 1. Croft on strike, looking to get off the mark. He dabs it down to third man. Well fielded, and again, no run. They thought about the run then for a second. It was good fielding by Yorkshire. Just stifling Lancashire a bit. Remember, power play happens for the first 6 overs, so it's imperative that Lancashire, before the 6 overs are up, and that's going to be in some 5 or 6 minutes' time, it's imperative to get 50 or 60 runs on the board, just to give them that little bit of security, I suppose, in a lot of ways. As Rafe comes in, bowls to Croft. Croft now will get off the mark, and they'll take a single with 1 ball of the 5th over to go. 48 for 1 now. And Croft will be mightily relieved that he's off the mark and off strike as well. Phil Salt, who's certainly been the man in form in this game so far for Lancashire. Top scorer at the moment with 24 from just 12 deliveries. That's included a number of 4s and a 6 along the way. But Yorkshire really need to pick up their A game. Ralph not for 11 off 1.5 overs. As he comes in over the wicket to Salt, who hits him back down the ground, and he's beaten the fielder, and he's gone down the ground, and it's 4 and the 50 up for Lancashire. At the end of the 5th over, 52 for 1, and Salt moves to 28. Terrific shot down the ground. Looked as if Live might have got there, but he didn't. And in the end, Lancashire, once again, just when it mattered, get a vital boundary. So that's 52 on the board now for the loss of 1 wicket. And, well, so far, it's looking pretty good for Lancashire at the moment. That is for sure. As the television goes into a commercial break. So there we go. So 5 overs gone. That's the situation at 52 for 1. And I wonder if Russ Burden is happy with that start from Yorkshire. 1 wicket down, but you conceded 52 runs, Russ. And you can join Russ and myself, actually. We'll talk about that in a minute. The football, Sadab now bowls in. And so Croft trying to play the sweep shot, but doesn't get any purchase on it. And there's no run taken by the wicketkeeper, who's gone right up to the stumps. There's a few dancing cones in the crowd, I can see. Of course, 2020 is always the sort of cricket that attracts the fancy dress fringe. As Sadab comes in, bowls over the wicket. Croft gets it away through the onside. A misfield there by one of the Yorkshire fieldsmen. And it's 53 now for 1. And Croft is taking a single there. So Salt is on strike now. 28 not out from 13 deliveries. 2 balls gone in the 6th over. And in fact, we'll update the overs. It is the 6th over, not the 5th over, I should say, yeah. But we'll update it to the 7 when we get the chance at the end of the over or breaking play. But at the moment, it's fast and furious, these opening overs here. And this, incidentally, the 6th over. And this is the final over of the power play. So if they can get up to 60, it puts them in good stead. And that will be a worry for Joe Root's side. As the ball comes in from Sadab. And it's knocked away again. Live flew in the fielding. But Salt takes the single. And there's one added to the total, 54 for 1, with 2 balls of the 6 over remaining. So they've just added 2 to the 52 they had. As Sadab now comes in, bowls, and it's hooked away, and it's going to be 4, I think, through the onside. Despite the best intentions there of a Yorkshire fieldsman, Croft moves on to 6, and a terrific shot, and 58 for 1 now, Lancashire. And that's 6 now off the over. That was not a very good delivery. It was telegraphed, and in fact, it never even touched the pitch as Croft got there. And despite a very good dive there by the fieldsman, couldn't get there as he bowls again, set up the final ball. It's knocked away by Croft on the onside, and no run off it. Ended a 6 over, 58 for 1, and Salt on 29. Croft as 6. So that's the situation in the game now. As we now move into over number 7. It's 58 for 1. And now there's going to be Adil Rashid into the attack now. Lancashire's power play now up to the 6 overs. Adil Rashid, 215 games, 248 wickets. Best 4 for 2. Very good bowler, plays for England. Oh, dear me, that was wide. And then the shot came in from Salt, which hit the other end of the stumps. And in the end, nothing came from it. I don't think that was even called a wide by the umpire. Wayward delivery from Adil Rashid. You don't usually see that from Adil Rashid. Anyway, Rashid now comes in. It was a legitimate delivery, even though it was a bit wayward. That's a better delivery, but battered down the ground by Salt. Not very well. And Rashid fields it almost by his bowling crease. 58 for 1 now. This is where spin will be a key factor. It always has been in 2020 cricket. As we reach 7 o'clock at Old Trafford. As Rashid bowls, comes in. And hit down the ground terrifically well by Salt. That'll definitely be 4. And again, Yorkshire's fielding just a little bit all over the place. And Phil Salt is cashing in with boundaries and 6s. You name it, he's coming now. 62 for 1 now, Lancashire. And they're going like a train. And Phil Salt is having a terrific day with the bat. Remember, Yorkshire have played a 2020 game this season down at Worcester. They won that one very comfortably by 7 wickets. And they were chasing that day. They've got to chase this time. As Salt gets away through the offside, gets a good take by the fielder down on the onside boundary. And it's taken by the wicketkeeper, and it's just the 1 run. So 63 for 1. Salt moves to 34. Croft has 6. There's the shot there, the onside. And again, good fielding there by Dominic Bess. Right down there on the onside boundary. Again, Rashid comes on over the wicket. And again, Croft tries to get hold of it. Goes through the onside. They'll take a single for absolutely certain. Again, the fieldsman doing his job. Salt moves to 34. Croft moves to 7 rather. Salt 34. 1 ball of the 7th over to go. No. I've told you the teams now as the ball comes in from Rashid. It's the final ball. And taken by Root. And that's the end of the 7th over. Lancashire now 64 for 1. And that's the scorecard. Salt 34 not out. Jennings the man out. Caught live ball. Rabbis for 19. Croft not out 7. Currently at the moment. As we now move into over number 8. Of the Lancashire 20 overs. Scoreline currently 64 for 1. Now update the scores here at Old Trafford. 7 extras as well. Projected now 183 if they go at the current rate, which is 9.14. 8 and over 168, 10 and over 194. There we go, 12 and over. I think that's in the 200s, and that's pretty good going in today's Wham Bam Thank You Man of 2020 cricket. Jordan Thompson into the attack now. Comes in over the wicket again to Stephen Croft, and he smashes it away through the offside, taken by the fieldsman down at the boundary. That's Bevis, and there's just a 1 run, 65 now on the board, and just a 1 wicket down that of Keaton Jennings. And yeah, well, we're not talking about Kevin, he's on, but we're not talking football, we're talking cricket today. And that's a wide, and that was going down leg side as Thompson bowled that one. It was a poor delivery, in fairness, so he has an extra delivery to bowl. We're going to keep the comments to cricket tonight, Kevin. No football allowed. We've got the European Cup final next. I will tell you, the only football I will say tonight is the European Cup final. And again, down the leg side is Thompson bowls. Will this be another wide? Another wide. This is costing Yorkshire dearly. Not very good. Lancashire at 67 for 1 now. It's not good enough from the Lancashire point of view. Just absolutely avoidable really from Thompson. And these extras, if they keep piling up against Yorkshire here, they're going to have a mountain to chase in the second half. As Thompson comes in, that's a better delivery, but it's hooked away by Salt through the offside. Rife takes the ball on that onside boundary, and there's just the 1 run. Yes, we've got the European Cup final on JB Sports in association with the Commentary Hub. Join Russ Byrne and myself at around about this time tomorrow, but just in fact, just over 25 hours from now, we'll be live in Paris as Thompson comes in here in Manchester. Bowls a Yorker, and Croft had to dig it out. Thought about taking a cheeky little single, but thought better of it. And there's no run off that delivery. Lancashire against Yorkshire, one of the great rivalries in English cricket. The Roses have been going for a long, long time now. It's hard to say whether we'd have stayed. Just a quick word on that Kevin Benson thing as Thompson bowls and the ball's knocked away and it's taken almost in the gully area. No run. It's hard to say whether we'd stayed up with Wood and Deitch. I think Deitch had lost the dressing room, to be perfectly honest, and I think that was probably the right decision. But one more thing I will say on Burnley, Vincent Kompany looks like being the new manager. But that's all I'm going to say on the Burnley mashup. We're talking cricket. We're talking Lancashire, Yorkshire. Here's Thompson coming in bowls, and it's smashed in the air by Croft. Now then, is there a fielder underneath it? There is, but it's converged between the two of them. That is deeply disappointing. There was 2 fielders there. They could have gone and got the ball and caught that very easily. And David Milan was one of those fielders, and Yorkshire have really missed a trick here, missed an opportunity. Croft never got hold of it. He got the toe end of the bat. It was a leading edge, and both fielders just were in complete and utter. I don't know what you can say about that. Here comes Thompson bowls. That's surely got to be classed as a wide. It's going to be at least a single anyway to end the over, and it is the end of the over. 8th over's gone, 71 for 1, and Lancashire certainly in complete control of this 2020 game. That is for sure, as we now go into over number 9. So once again, going steadily along here, 71 for 1. We'll be updating the score every over. And currently, so that's the situation here. Brendan McCullum, who would have thought? Yeah, it's a terrific batsman, Kevin, in every possible sense, as Livingston members up, just in case. And I think, has that been dragged on? No, it hasn't. It's been well defended there by Croft, who's on 11 now. Just thought for a moment he dragged on to the stumps. He hadn't. Well, Yorkshire really do need a wicket at this stage. What do you guys think listening to this game? It's Livingston, who certainly had a good run in the international T20s last summer. That's stuck down the ground. That could be a 4, is it? No, it's going to be taken by Adam Life, who's a very good fieldsman. He's got a good arm, and he threw in from that boundary down on the boundary rope and threw it in towards the bowler's end. 73 now for 1. So they got a couple there, Lancashire. 4 balls to go, the 9th over. Here's Rashid into the attack. And it's a leading edge from Croft. Sure, this is going to be taken. It's gone into the stratosphere. It's gone in the air and well taken by Brook. So Lancashire lose their second wicket for 73. And it's Stephen Croft gone for 13. He was trying to hit Rashid. He's got it, the opening. He's got the wicket. And that'll be a little bit of relief to Joe Root's side at the end of it all. So it's 73 for 2. Trying to hook it away. He got a leading bottom edge on it, and in the end, it came to no avail, really. And Lancashire now lose their second wicket for 73. So that is a bit of a blow, but Croft really never got into it. He hit a couple of boundaries as well, but well, I think that's a wicket you'd have to say cheaply given away. That's the big hitter, Liam Livingston, who had such a great T20 series with England last summer. Just hitting him all sorts of puck. I remember one such shot at Headingley, I think, where he hit it on the roof of the pavilion. He's played 182 times in T20s, 4,547 runs. He's hit 200s, and the best one was last year against Pakistan at Trent Bridge. But there you go. Kevin has just said, we've just watched Butler scoring over a ton. Yeah, he also plays for Lancashire, but of course there's the IPL going on at the moment as well. The IPL, that's coming to a conclusion. The test matches are back next week. And looking forward to seeing those again next week. It's as Livingston plays and misses at a Rashid delivery. 8.4 overs gone, 73 for 2. Just going in over the wicket. Well taken by the wicketkeeper behind the stumps. Yorkshire needed that wicket really just to pull it back a little bit as Rashid bowls. He can take wickets in this form of the game, Adil Rashid. Through the offside, it'll be a single. 74 now for 2. So this is the Croft wicket. Yeah, gets off toe end on the bat. It's in the air, and it's a difficult chance, really, for Brook to take, but he takes it ever so well, does Brook. It's a good catch. Rashid comes in, bowls over the wicket, and down the ground it goes by Phil Salt. Both batsmen, I should tell you, are right-handed batsmen. End of the over. 75 for 2 now, Lancashire, at the end of the 9th. So they're going on okay, but Yorkshire have just extended the tide a little bit now. They needed to at this stage. We update the scores here. I'm controlling everything from JB Towers tonight. And Liam Livingston is actually the 3rd strike rate batsman in IPL for the Punjab Kings, 182.2. And he's hit the 2nd highest amount of sixes, 34th, compared to Josh Butler, who also plays for Lancashire's 45. He's a very destructive 2020 batsman. As Sadab comes in, bowls to Salt, taken by the wicketkeeper, who's gone right up behind the stumps. There's no run. It still remains 75 for 2 here at Old Trafford. So we've had exactly, at the end of this over, we'll have exactly had half the overs gone here. As Sadab bowls in there, and it's hooked away by Salt. They'll take a single. Ooh. Throw came in there. Will they get overthrows? Or they thought about maybe going for a second throw, just trying to get an overthrow or two, but thought better of it. 76 now for 2. Livingston off the mark with 1. He's on strike. Phil Salt still there, one of the original openers, on 37. And that will give Yorkshire a little bit of hope now. They've got a little bit of a breakthrough here at Old Trafford. As Sadab now comes in again. Livingston, I don't think, was ready. So Sadab will have to run to his marker and do it again. Crowd here at Old Trafford tonight. Very good crowd. It's on the outskirts of Manchester. It's set up bowls to Livingston. Just dabs it away through the offside for a single. Taken by Bevis. 10 yards from the offside boundary. 77 for 2. Just a single for Livingston. Salt is the man that's making things happen at the moment for Lancashire. He's on 37, not out. Set up bowls to Salt. Salt again down the ground, this time down the onside. And again taken by the fieldsman there. And again, this time another single. So 78 on the board. 2 wickets down. Been a good match so far. Been a good, decent batting display from Lancashire so far. Ball comes, bowled by Sedab. Again, they're down. Well, again, it goes to the fieldsman. Sort of he almost looks like a second slipper there, but he isn't. Just on the edge of the circle as he took it. A little dab there from Salt. In fact, I think it was by signal, so extras there. 79 for 2. Salt 38. Livingston 2. Here's set up to Livingston, to Salt, and Salt hits it through the onside. Now, will this go for 4? There are 2 fielders, and one of them did an absolute manful job. It was Thompson there. There was another fielder there. I couldn't see who the other fielder was, but definitely Thompson got there and took it well, and he's probably saved 2. At the end of the 10th over, it's 81 for 2, Lancashire. So Lancashire still going okay. Only lost 2 wickets, so they've got plenty of wickets in hand. We're now moving to over number 11 of this 2020 game. Lancashire have only won this competition once. As we now go into a commercial break. And here's Rashid into the attack now. Into the 10th over, into the 11th over of 20. Keep commenting in the comment section. We'll read some of them out throughout the evening here on JB Sports. Rashid into the attack. Into his 3rd over. Of course, I think you can use them 4 overs as the ball was padded into the onside. Livingston gets a single. It's 82 for 2. That puts Phil Salt on to strike now. 40 from 26 balls. He's had a good innings so far. Can he get a 50? He's only 10 runs away from doing that. Rashid bowls to Salt. Salt, it just dabs it down through the onside. Rashid chases after it. Throws it back into the bowler's end. Taken by Root, and they'll get 2 for that. Or get an extra. No, they'll get 1 for that, rather. And it's 83 now for 2. Livingston moves onto the non-striker. He's on 3 not out. So definitely made his ground. No doubt about that. So 41 not out now. Livingston. Can he hit a big one now? At the moment, it's not the fluent hitting of Livingston at the moment. Maybe the balls from Rashid are just too good for Livingston to smash one out the ground. But he's surely got to hit one out the ground at some stage. It's Liam Livingston we're talking about here. Rashid bowls over the wicket to Livingston. And again, Livingston just prodding it down through the onside to the fieldsman there, just outside the circle. And it will only be a single. Ball comes into the wicketkeeper's end. So with 2 balls to go, just slightly deteriorated the run rate. There's only, I would think, 3 off it at this stage, because it was 81 for 2 as Rashid bowls. And Livingston, Salt has gone big. It's got into the stand. It's going to be 6, I think. Yes. Through the onside, it's another 6er. Lancashire move to 90. And it's Phil Salt. He's only 3 away from that half century. And he's in fantastic fettle. Even with the fielding restrictions now gone, he's got that right in the meat of the bat, right in the middle, and he's just smashed Rashid through the onside for 6. It's an absolute doozy of a shot. And it's 6 more. So 90 for 2, Lancashire. Salt has 47 from 28 deliveries. Livingston's got 4. Rashid to bowl the final ball of his 3rd over. Rashid bowls over the wicket to Phil Salt. Salt just again hits it through the onside. Now, will this go for 4? Will they take it a single? Adam Live is there. And I think it's just a single at the end of it all. End of the over, the 11th over, 91 for 2 now. Lancashire, and going well. They needed that 6 from Phil Salt, and they certainly got it. Big start. So there was actually 10 off that over. There was 10 off that over, so 91 for 2. And it's been a very good 12 overs, 11 overs previously now. We're into the 12th over of the game. Well, Rashid will be a little bit disappointed that he got hit for 6 on that last over. Revis into the attack. He took the other wicket, incidentally. That of Keaton Jennings for 19. She's just preparing their next batsman as Revis comes in, bowls over the wicket to Salt. They appeal LBW. Looked like it was going down the leg side anyway. And I think it's going to be leg byes anyway. And it's 93 now for 2. I think that was going down the leg side. Yeah, it's just drifted in. I don't think it would have been LBW. Didn't look plumb from the first instance. Even though Revis thought it might have, he might have thought it was plumb, but it was drifting down the leg side as Revis runs in over the wicket. And that looked a little bit more plumber as Salt moved to 50, incidentally. And it did come off the bat. They appeal LBW, not given from the umpire. He's trapped Phil Salt a couple of times. One that was drifting down the leg side, and on this one, that looked closer. Maybe a bit, maybe height might have been the question mark there against. Yeah, and there might have been a little bit of element of bat involved as Revis comes in again. This time, Salt hits him down the ground. It isn't 50. It's still 48. There were leg byes. Salt does now move to 49. Sky Sports conning us again. It's just 3 off the over. Now then, are we going to see a Livingston special? We haven't seen him one yet. He's faced 7 deliveries. He's only scored 4 singles. Hasn't scored a boundary yet. Is this the moment he's going to hit Revis over the ground for 6? Let's see. As he bowls to Livingston. Livingston down the track. He completely misses the ball. Goes into the wicketkeeper's arms. There's no run scored. And I think it was a slower ball from Revis that time. Neil Mallender, Kiwi legend. What a great guy. He loved it down there. Yeah, Neil Mallender, a very good umpire for many years and very good cricketer as well. Very underrated as Revis comes in to bowl to Livingston. Over the wicket. Livingston again just pads it through the onside. And that's going to be 2. So 96 for 2. Livingston moves to 6 from 9. Salt not out 49. But he's at the non-strikers end with 1 ball to go of the 12th over. Lancashire in very good control here. Can they hit a big... Is this the moment now in that final delivery of the over to hit a big 6? They've got a chance here now to really motor in this last 7 or 8 overs as Revis into Livingston. Livingston's hitting down the ground. Livingston's hitting over his head. It's going to be 6 for absolutely certain. 100 off for Lancashire. Liam Livingston hits a special on the ground. 9-4, 3 6s from Lancashire at the moment. Lancashire now after 12 overs, 102 for 2. 102 for 2. And Liam Livingston, that's his specialty. Hitting out the ground. Fantastic shot. Wonderful moment for Lancashire. And 102 for 2. Wow. That is some going, that. As we now start the 13th over. What a good way to end the 12th. Amazing, that. As we know, the run rate's still around about 8.50. Welcome back. Apologies there for the apologies there. So as we're coming to the end of the 13th over, it's 107 for 2. Livingston's now moved on to 14. We just had a problem with sound, but we're back with you live as Lancashire has set up 0 for 29. Livingston gets it away, and he gets it away through the offside for 4. Great way to end again. 112 for 2. Terrific shot at the end of the 13th over. So Yorkshire going very, very poorly. They've only taken 2 wickets. But Lancashire going really well now. There's the shot again. It just hits it through there. Salter's moved on to 52, incidentally. We missed his 50, of course, with the sound problems. But he's hit some terrific shots. We're just going to get confirmation of that scoreline at the moment. And just seeing the rare shots from Phil Salt. So Lancashire's first 50 in the T20 comes from Salt, the wicket keeper. Great way to bring it up. 111 for 2 as it happens. All the ones. And we're now into the 14th over of this 2020 match. Amazing stuff so far here at Old Trafford. As another shot comes in, Salt now moves on to 53, takes a single off Thompson's bowling. As we were just retuning the score. Thompson now 0 for 8 from his 1.1 deliveries, comes in over the wicket to Livingston, and Livingston just again bats it through the onside rather, towards the deep third man. Bit of a misfield there down at that area, and it's just a single. 113 for 2. Livingston 19. Salt has moved on to 53, so 50 for Phil Salt. Well, we're off the air just momentarily. But yeah, it's been an interesting game so far. Lancashire bench now looking out as the sun starts to come out. Thompson bowls. That's way, way wide, and Salt just bangs it through the offside. It will be a single at least. 114 now for 2. So far, so good at the moment. So Livingston comes into face now. Thompson coming in live on JB Sports. Here's Thompson to Livingston. Livingston knocks it through the onside. That's going to be 4. Going to be 3 for 4 for the onside. Great shot. Terrific play. And Livingston moves to 23. 118 for 2 now, Lancashire. 11 4s and 3 6s in this innings for Lancashire. The run rate now has crept up to 8.63. Remember, Lancashire won the toss, as you see on the ticker, and are batting first. And they have to set Yorkshire a very daunting target. They do have Adam Lyve, who's a good batsman. Joe Root, we already know about. Thompson moves in, and then Livingston smashing it out of the ground. It's gone very high to the stratosphere. In fact, he hasn't nicked it out the ground. It's been taken, and Livingston has gone for 23. 118 for 3. So Livingston's innings comes to a close, and Thompson gets the wicket. And that is a body blow for Lancashire. It looked as if he got it at the moment. Well, I'd have to look at the replay to see if that really did come off the toe end of the bat. But so far, they've all been catches. The wickets that have fallen. Well, from the first angle, hard to tell, but it's a good catch. He's had to steady himself there. It's a very, very good catch. So out goes Livingston. It was Brook who took the catch, incidentally. 23 he faced from 16 balls. 118 for 3 now. So we'll update that scoreline for you now. That's a major blow that for Lancashire. So they look to Livingston to get over the line. So 1 ball to go of the innings, or of the over, I should say. I'll get back to Kevin during the thing as Tim David comes in. Only played in 98 matches. got a good rate though. Best against in 92. And that was in Malaysia in 2020. Here's Thompson again to David, and he gets it away, gets off the mark through the onside. Might get a couple. He's going to get two. And the throw comes in at the bowler's end, and the ground was taken there by Phil Salt. He's still not out and playing remarkably very, very well. And then, did this come off the toe end of Livingston's bat? Yes, it did. That's why he's out. When it comes off the toe end of the bat, it is liable in a lot of respects to be out. So 120-3 is the current scores. We're now going to over number 15 of 20. So that's the scoreline at the moment, 120-3. As Rashid bowls over the wicket to Salt, who's on 54, not out. We'll move to 55 with that single. Indeed, he does. So Salt is the glue that's holding it together. Now, quickly, Kevin says, do the IPL players come back to the Blast after next week? I'd assume so. I'm hoping Josh Buttler certainly will. Josh Buttler certainly will if he's picked for England, of course. There is the test matches as well next week as well, started at Lord's. So possibly the IPL players may well be playing test cricket next week. But we'll have to see. As David is on strike on 2 not out. And Rashid bowls. David just prods it through the offside. There's no run taken there. And no damage done in that respect. Lancashire 121 for 3. 14.2 overs, gone up to 20. Run rate at 8.44. Rashid bowls to David, and David just again dabs it through the offside. This time there will be a single. 123-3 here at Old Trafford in his 2020 Blast. 20 years of 2020. It's the ECB who originally targeted it after the B&H Cup had finished in 2002. As Salt hits that through the onside, and it's going to be just the one run added. Live doing the fielding down there. Yeah, they got rid of the B&H Cup, and then it was replaced by the 2020 version, and it became a instant hit. It's been on Sky since its inception, and it's really put a shot in the arm back into cricket. Now, last year we've had the 100 as well. That's back this year. There's just a run there from that Rashid delivery. Salt is moved on to 58 now. Brook was the fielder down the ground there. But it's become a real phenomenon, 2020 cricket. England have won a World Cup in that format of the game. So it's been very intriguing, to say the least. Once again, Salt hitting that again. And 126 for 3 after 15. Quite over that from a Lancashire viewpoint. But now they've got 4 overs now to really motor here. If you get anything about 170, 180 at this stage, then there's every possibility. So 126 for 3. Remember, Lancashire have won the toss and are batting first. Lancashire, the red jerseys today as we look at the projected score. Now, if they go at this same rates, 168, 10 and over 176, 12 and over 186, and if they were to go at 14 and over, 196, maybe a bit more than that, as the ball comes in from Revis, who's taken 1 for 21, and it's prodded down the ground back into his arms by David, and there's no run. Four runs from 5 deliveries. So the final few overs then of this Lancashire innings as Revis comes in to David, and David belts it through the onside. It will be just a single. And 127 for 3. Salt's on strike. He's still there from the start. 58 not out from 40 balls. It's been a really good constructive innings from Philip Salt. has performed magnificently well. So 126 for 3. Here's Rebis bowls again. And Salt has hit that in the air down to deep third man. Oh, it's just got in front of the fieldsman there. And Salt, that's the first time I think he's miscued a big shot. He'll get a single for it, move on to 59. It's 128 for 3, but, well, Rebis could have had a second there. There's no doubt about that. Leading there, tried to hook the shot and miscued it, and in the end, Ralph was about a yard in front of the ball when it bounced. Didn't carry. David puts it the next ball into the onside. They're going to get 2, are they? Oh, this could be close to run out. They're going to check the third umpire for this, and Salt could be at this stage being a little bit of bother. 130. On the board, could it be 134-4? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the replay now. Where's Salt at this stage? Ball's running in. I think he could perhaps be out now. There's no doubt about it, the stumps are broken, but were they broken by the arms or the ball itself? From that angle, it's very hard to tell. Now then, did the arm touch the bails? Because if it has, then surely that's got to be not out regardless of whether he was in his ground or not. Well, the 2 angles I've seen it from, and I don't know what angles the third umpire is watching, I can't honestly tell, but the third umpire's decision is actually out. So he must have touched it with the ball. Ball must have knocked the stumps down, so it's 130 for 4. It's actually 129 for 4 now. And Phil Salt has gone for a very well played 50 odd there. He can't believe the decision. It looks a tough decision from watching that on the screen. I do think there was arm involved. I'd like to get Russ's opinion on that. Did he cheat a little bit? Well, we don't know. But the first 2 angles, as we look at Dave Vellas, it does look a very harsh decision against Phil Salt, who walked off annoyed. 59 he made from 41 deliveries. 130 for 4. We will update the score at the end of the over, but there has been a 4th wicket gone now. I am not convinced that this was a legitimate run out here. His arm, for me, has touched the bails. But Yorkshire have got the breakthrough. However, justified or unjustified that was, the 2 angles I've seen it from do not convince me that was a legitimate run out. It just doesn't convince me at all. But it's 130 for 4. There's still 6 wickets in hand. They've still got about 4 overs to actually do something here. But at the moment, they're just prodding the ball down the onside, and they need to start motoring a bit, Lancashire. 131 for 4. After a good start, he's not really good enough, really. They need to perform now. So it's at the end of the over. So it's 131 for 4. So we better update that one for you. We are a little bit behind the 8 ball here. Don't forget, live football tomorrow by the TC Hub. I'll be doing commentary of the European Cup final from Paris. Liverpool against Real Madrid. Join me and Russ Burnin at around about this time tomorrow evening. I hope you enjoy this then. Well, Rafe, Bess and Khan have no wickets. Bess has only bowled the 1 over, but it went for 12. Rebis has taken 1. Rashid's taken 1. And Thompson has taken 1. They've conceded 9 extras. So 131 for 4 then. Apologies for my phone going off as well. As Thompson comes in bowls to Villas, who got off the mark in that last delivery. So 131 for 4. Just to remind you that we will have this game to a finish this evening. Game to a finish this evening as Thompson comes in and he'll bowl. Bowl to Villas, who hits it through the offside. A little bounce there, which made it awkward for the fieldsman, Rafe. But he got there, and it's just a single. 132 for 4. Bolton's subbing might give you a bit of trouble in a spring match. Possibly. They are good bowlers. Trent Bolt, certainly a world-class bowler in every single way. But I still like to get Russ's opinion on that run out. I'm not convinced, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can, but as a Lancashire lad, I feel that's a bit of an injustice. As David hits the ball down the ground, hits it over Thompson's head. He almost found Adam live there. That would have been a suicidal miscue that from David, but he got away with it. Thompson could have easily had a second wicket there. Leading edge. Could have gone anywhere, but in the end it didn't. Here's Thompson comes steaming in now. Halfway through the 17th over. Bowls to Villas, and Villas hits it through the offside. And now going to be a fielder that's going to pick that up. And it's well taken there. And there'll be two there to the total. 136 rather for 4. As we now go into the business end of the Lancashire innings, it's not really been good enough. The over rate has dropped slightly to 8.16. And it's going to have to be very disciplined blow. No Jimmy Anderson, of course. As Thompson comes in, bowls to David. David hits it through the onside. Again, might just be a couple there. Best doing some good defensive work there on that offside boundary. Saves a couple. 138 for 4. I'll get 2 for that Lancashire. Don Bess, a terrific fieldsman. Did really well there. Good fielding. Save 2 on that onside boundary. Run rate just crept up to 8.20, but didn't crept up enough as ball comes in from Thompson, and that's better. David is hit it out of the ground. That's going to be 6. That's going to be 6 through the onside. 144 for 4 after 17 overs. That's a bit better for Lancashire. Still a bit to do, but they've given themselves a chance with that shot, and it's 144 for 4. As we see that after 17 overs, that's the effort there. Right into the crowd. That'll get the Lancashire fans going a little bit there. That is for sure. So 144 for 4. They needed that as well at this stage. 13 off the over. Now into the final 3 overs of this Lancashire innings. Ralph comes into bowl his 3rd over. Penultimate over. You are permitted to bowl a maximum of 4 overs in 2020 cricket. Of course, we'll have commentary of the 100 as well during the summer. What a success that tournament was last year. As Ralph comes in over the wicket to Dane Villiers, and once again, I'm sure there was a slip or whether Villas was not ready. Who knows? But, well, Davin Goff there. Swapped the radio. He's now the Yorkshireman. Now he's the Yorkshire coach. Of course, he was brought up in Barnsley. Same place as another cricketing legend as Ralph comes in. Bowls to Villas. Villas, it's caught. It's caught there. I think it was second, third man, and Ralph has got his man. Dane Villas has gone very cheaply, and Lancashire have lost another ridiculous wicket. 144 for 5. Great catch there. And yeah, he's trying to dab it towards the 3rd man boundary for the offside. It's well taken there. And he doesn't drop them. And Villas has gone so cheaply and so softly. It's unbelievable. So a soft wicket goes down for Lancashire, I'm afraid. Set up with the catch. It's 144 for 5. So that is a major blow because Villas is one of the better players in the Lancashire side, but he's gone so cheaply. So Yorkshire have really got themselves into this game now. And it's down to Danny Lamb now. Can he get a bit of a partnership going? He's made 29 before. That was a couple of years ago. 29 not out. So Here comes Rife in towards Lamb, and Lamb knocks it away. Down through the onside for a single. No relation to Alan Lamb, by the way. So that's... so we're now at 17.2 now, 144 for 5. Kevin says all T20 Blast games are live on television down here, so he's enjoying them. Of course, being a Crystal Palace fan, you'll probably want Surrey to win or Hampshire as Ralph comes in to bowl to David. David again cooks it away, and that's going to go down to the third man. It beats for a slip, and it goes down to the third man fence for 4. And they needed a boundary there, Lancashire, at this point. 149 for 5. 17.3 overs gone. And that was a very cute shot by David. Yeah, just misses the first slip and goes into deep man, goes into the third man for 4. So a very, very good shot there from David. He moves to 20. David on strike to Ralph as Rife comes in. Over the wicket, bowls, right arm into David, who hits it through the onside. It's fielded there down on the boundary rope, and there's just the 1 run. So David moves on to 21. Lamb on 1 from just the 1 delivery. Everyone enjoying themselves here. Few Yorkshire fans now, so 150 up now for Lancashire. Took the 31 balls, the first one. Second one, 42, and 34 the third. As Ralph comes in to bowl to Lamb on strike. And he's tried the ramp shot in. He's ramped it over the wicket keeper's head for 4. Not the most orthodox of ramp shots by any stretch of the imagination, but the result's the same. Lancashire now 154 for 5 and still 1 ball. The 18th over still to go. Well, Lamb trying the ramp, miscued it. And in fact, that miscue may have made all the difference because it got it past the wicketkeeper's body and away down to third man for 4. Not the most orthodox shot as well. He was off balance as well when he hit it. Then Lamb tries to sneak one round the corner again. And that is going to be... Now what's he giving here? Is he giving a wide? I'm assuming he's giving a bye or a wide or something. Looks like it's going to be bowled again, so it looks as if it's wide again. As we now move into the final stages now of this Blast game. Been a very enjoyable watch so far. Really enjoyed this Battle of the Roses. It's always good to see. So 156 per 5 at the end of the 18th. So another 12 off that over, I calculate. Might still get the 170, 180 maybe still. That would put Lancashire under an awful lot of pressure. Yorkshire would do a lot of pressure, I should say. So 156 per 5. 2 overs to go. Lancashire bench now. If they motor along, they've got 5 wickets in hand. Why not? Here's Thompson. Bowls to Lamb. Lamb just digs it out. He'll take a single. 157 for 5. If they can hit another 20, that could make all the difference. Get to at least get towards the 180 mark. That could put Yorkshire in a bit of trouble. It's a good pitch to bat on, and I do think that run out could be key in the final analysis. But here's David on strike to Thompson. Runs in over the wicket, and Lamb. Or I'd rather David has hit that in the air now. Has he got enough legs to get it over the rope? Yes, it is. It's back. It's got into the top tier of the stand on the offside. So David moves to 27. Lancashire onto 163 for the loss of 5 wickets. And the scoreline and the crowd starting to feel an awful lot better about things now. 13 fours, 5 sixes. And that's another entertaining boundary. I thought for a moment he might have toe-ended it, but he must have middled it at some point. As the shot goes through the onside, that's going to be offside. That's going to be another, at least another 1 as Rafe picks that up. I think that's 1, is it? I'm assuming it's 2, maybe. Yeah, it's 2. So David moves to 29, and he's still on strike. There's a possibility they could get over 180. They might as well go and hit the shots now. Thompson has been very expensive, I have to say. 1 for 38. So Thompson will run in now. 3 balls potentially to go, unless he bowls a no ball or a wide. Thompson whistling in over the wicket to David. And David swings, misses it. Goes through to the wicket keeper, no run. There's Neil Mallender, the umpire. I think he's very open to get his overs in now. That was a very good comeback delivery. That's Thompson. Robert David has hit Thompson into the ground. That's going to be another 6. 171 up now for Lancashire. And they needed this over. Big over there. David has hit 2 6s in that over. 13-4, 6 6s. Thompson steaming in. Got it all wrong, the delivery. And David said, take that. And the Lancashire crowd absolutely loving it. Final ball for Thompson's innings. And David, he's hit it straight into the first slip, and it's going to be out. Oh, is it? I'm assuming it's out, unless he's hitting into the ground. I don't think he's hitting into the ground. It's not out. No, he is out. Well, that took me all by surprise. There was no celebration from the bowler. So David has gone. David has gone. There was just no emotion shown there by either David Malan or Thompson, the bowler. Because David was starting to take the game. It's definitely out. He's edged out because there's no doubt about it. But David Malan has taken the catch. David can't believe it. And it's out. Well, that has taken us all by surprise because there was no real celebration there by Thompson or Malan. So David out for 35. Good shot, good strokes from Tim David. 171 for 6 with 1 over to go. We're just about to start this final over then. In fact, it's 172 for 6. Luke Wood, the new man now for this final over. Played 58 times, 94 runs. Scored 30 plus once. He's on strike now. Lamb out there on 8 from 5. 4 wickets in hand. Here's Ralph, and it's smashed away by Wood. Through the onside, they'll just take a single. 173 for 6. 4 balls to go as this over. And this is where it gets tricky for Lancashire at this stage. They might as well have a go for it. Yorkshire need to get a couple of wickets back, I think, as Wood tries the ramp shot, or rather Lamb, tries the ramp shot. Didn't get it, didn't execute it. Went through the wicketkeeper, completely missed it. Went through the wicketkeeper, there's no run. Although Lamb did think about taking a sneaky little single. 3 balls to go of the Lancashire innings. Big over the last over. 2 6s brilliantly from Tim David, and then he was caught. Well, that's been the story of the match as Ralph comes in to bowl at Lamb. Ralph in there. Lamb hits it in the air. Now this could be a 6. I think it is a 6. Yes, it is. So it's a 6 for Lamb. 179 now for 6. And 2 balls to go. So 180 is not beyond the realms of possibility. And at this stage, about 5 or 6 minutes ago, I think Lancashire would have took it. Went down the ground, hit it over his head. And despite the best efforts of the fielder there on the boundary rope, Lamb has got it over for 6. Every six crucial now in this game as Lamb faces Ralph again. And he's bowled him brilliantly. Ralph absolutely loved that one. Great comeback from him. 179 for 7 with one ball to go. And, well, he wanted to try and hit Ralph down the ground again, but he gets his wicket, gets his reward. And Lancashire lose their 7th wicket for 179. Good delivery, much more fuller and straighter. Lamb playing and missing, and the middle stump is knocked back, and out goes Danny Lamb for 14. Good little entertaining knock that. 179 for 7. And there's the one ball to go. Lancashire would have taken this at this stage as we look at the new batsman here very quickly. And that is Tom Hartley. 46 runs in his 33 games as Ralph goes round the wicket and Hartley smashing it away. There could be 4 and it could be 183 for 7. It is 183 for 7. And what a way to finish. Rafe gets hit for 4 and he took a wicket. Hartley facing one ball for that. And Lancashire have done really well to get up to 180. A good flurry at the end of those final 3 overs. And Lancashire have played their way in with an absolute chance now. 180 to defend. And Hartley's been out there for literally 2 seconds. It's just hit a terrific 4, through the onside. And Lancashire finished on 183 for 7. Another big over that. Another 12 off that. This has been some finish from Lancashire. So 183 at the end of it all. And a very good performance there from Lancashire. That is absolutely sure. So let's look at the scorecard. So out for 59. Jennings made 19 before caught by Adam Live. Rashid Croft lasted 17 balls for his 13. Livingston played okay for his 23, then got out cheaply to Thompson, caught by Brook. And, of course, David down the line made a very good 30-odd as well. As for Ralph, he took 2 wickets. Bevis got the 1 for 26. Rashid took 1 for 26. Thompson, very expensive, but did take 2 wickets for 44. Bess only had the 1 over, was hit for 12. Sadab Khan bowled 4 and was hit for 33. But that's the situation. They conceded 10 extras as well. And 183 for 7 is the final total, as I say, for Lancashire. But the Yorkshire bowling at some stages did leave a lot to be desired. So Yorkshire need 184 to win off 120 balls at a run rate of 9.20 and over. We're going to take a short break, a short little break while the teams change over. And we'll be back well in time for the Yorkshire replay. So stay with us here on JB Sports. We'll keep the stream running. You go and get yourself a beer or a drink, and we'll bring you the Vikings reply to chase 184. Join us shortly. Bye for now. Hello again. Welcome back, JB in the commentary box. Welcome back to Old Trafford as we now reconvene for the Yorkshire reply. It's Adam live, one of the new batsmen in, as we now start the reply. Now reconvene for the Yorkshire reply. Just coming there. Let's just get the Yorkshire scoreboard up and running again. So the target is 184, and they have to get it in a run rate of 9.20 per over. So it's going to be a tall order. That is for sure. And also we're just going to update it. So that's there we go. We've got the JB Sports logo on. So you'll be able to see where it is. And already Yorkshire off to the mark with 4 already with Adam live. So a good start for them. Ball round the wicket and live just bouncing it through the offside for 4. Terrific start from him on the onside for 4. Yorkshire off the mark already on the first ball. As Livingston bowls. It's Livingston who's bowling. Adam live has smashed in there. David Milan's his partner, incidentally. Adam live, former England Test player, didn't really reach the heights as a Test player for England. Maybe look at him for the 2020 as live. Just smooths it down to third man. That could be 4. Yorkshire off to an absolute flyer. Remember that 184 is the target. Livingston's been hit for 2 boundaries in the last 3 deliveries. Yorkshire have zoomed up to 8 already. We haven't even had 4 balls of this reply yet. Remember, the fielding restrictions and the power play for in Yorkshire favour for the first 6 overs. And then after that, it does get a bit interesting. Jeffrey Boycott would have been disgusted with that shot, says Kevin, as live again hits it down the ground. It's gone for just the 1. So Yorkshire up to 9 without loss. I'll get my views on Brendan McCullum later. He's a very good coach, and I think he's probably what England need right now. But I'll try and touch on that in between overs. 2 balls to go this Livingston over. He's been hit for 9 already off 4 deliveries by Adam Lai. But David Milani's on strike now. England international, England Test player, England one-day player as well. Livingston round the wicket, bowls to David Milan, and Milan plays and misses, and it's taken by Salt, and there's no run. Did take the bear off Salt, but David Milan was well in his crease. 255 matches, 6,808 runs, and an average of 32.27. Strike rate's not so bad either, as Livingston bowls to David Milan. Milan gets it through the onside. They'll take a single there, and David collects there down at mid-off, and there's 1, and that's the end of the over. So 1 over gone, and it's 10 without loss. So 10 without loss. So the Welling with a shout here, Yorkshire. They're on target with the over rate. They can't afford to lose so many wickets at the moment as we go into over number 2. And Wood is the new bowler. 26 years old. Taking 46 wickets from 58 games. 4 for 20 is his best in 2020 cricket, Luke Wood. Left arm, medium, fast. David Milan on the man on strike. Remember, 184 is the target. You've got 1 former England man out there and 1 current England man out there as Wood comes in. Looks like he's going to go round the wicket. And he bowls to Milan, who hits him away through the onside. Or the offside, I should say. That could actually go for 4. It has gone for 4 through the offside. It's about the best of intentions from Liam Livingston. So that's 4 runs to David Milan. He gets his first boundary. Livingston maybe a little bit slow in the uptake on that offside boundary. But having said that, it's a cracking little shot from David Milan. Saw the gap, knew exactly where to play it. And with the minimum of fuss, gets it into the boundary rope for 4. As Wood bowls again. And that time, that's caught surely. David Milan is gone! David Milan is gone! Oh, what a comeback from Luke Wood. Yorkshire 14 for 1. 14 for 1. There was a little nick. It looked like there. David Milan has gone. And that is a huge blow for Lancashire to take. Comes in over the wicket. And the slightest of edges through to Phil Salt behind the wickets. And Lancashire have their first victim. That's David Milan for 5. And Yorkshire, having made a positive start of what's 1 for 14. That really was what was needed for Lancashire at that point. So we're going to have a new batsman in just a second. Jeffrey Boycott would have been I think Jeffrey Boycott would have been discussing with that shot, Kevin. Definitely out as Tom Kohler-Cadmore comes in. Played 110 times, 2,908 runs, average of 29.67, and his best was in 2016 against Durham, where he scored 106 not out. As and an Emma edge this time from Cadmore, and it's gone for 4 down the deep third man before Hartley could get there. So it's 18 for 1 now. 3 balls to go with the second over. Wood has been hit for 4 again, but has also taken the wicket. And if there's been a first slip in place there for Kohler-Cadmore, then I feel he would have lasted no more than 1 ball. As Wood will blow to Kohler-Cadmore now. Comes steaming in over the wicket. Kohler-Cadmore hits it away through the onside. Little chase here for Keaton Jennings. He gets there, and Kohler-Cadmore should take the 1 for that. 19 for 1 it is. And he does take the 1. 19 for 1. And there's a great atmosphere amongst even the Sky Sports lads are enjoying themselves this afternoon. They're in the Sky Pod wearing a normal commentary box. Russ Vernon says, Adam Life is doing good so far. Poor shot from David Milan. Well, 19 for 1. Just remember that run rate at the bottom of the screen on the ticker as Wood rolls in, steams into Adam Live, and he just bats it away through the offside, but there's going to be no run. It's taken in at the gully region. No run. Yorkshire made a positive start. Joe Root's still to bat, so he could still make a difference for the Yorkshire Vikings. They needed that wicket there. Darren Goff now starting to feel the chill a little bit here in the Manchester weather. As Wood now starts to steam in. Here he comes now towards over the wicket to Live. And Live has smashed that away. That could be 6. That could be 6 for Adam Live. It's just about cleared the rope. And it has. So Yorkshire needed that 6, and they've got it. 2 overs gone. 25 for 1. Adam Live smashing it over down the ground there. Terrific. As I say, I'm not sure what the England what he has to do to get into the England side. Certainly for the 2020 games, but he's certainly given himself a big chance there. So 25 for 1. Remember, they're chasing 184 to win. And Kohler-Cadmore is on now. Lancashire kit not good. It looks like a kid's Halloween superhero costume. I tell you what, why don't we go back to traditional cricket whites? Jonathan Ross once used to say that these players these days look like a bunch of quick fit fitters. I can understand that reasoning from Jonathan Ross. Anyway, Tom Hartley, who hit that nonchalant 4 off 1 ball he faced at the end of that last over, last innings. He's slow left arm, so he's played 33 times, taking 25 wickets. Faces Kohler-Cadmore. He's going round the wicket to Kohler-Cadmore. Kohler-Cadmore smashing it, and it's well fielded there. Terrific piece of fielding there from Lancashire, because that looked a possible boundary all the way, but terrific fielding again. And they've saved at least 4 there, Lancashire. They can't be leaking too many boundaries in the power play. already conceded 25 against them. They don't need to be conceding 2 more. As Hartley comes in, and again, Collar Cadmore knocks it away. It's going to be just a single this time for him. And it's 26-1 Yorkshire. Apart from that 1 wicket that Debbie Milan has chucked away, Yorkshire have been good value so far. I have to say that. Remember, they won their first match at down at New Road. 7 wickets the other night. It's reminded that Lancashire won the toss earlier, put themselves into bat, made 183. But the target is 184 for Yorkshire. If they get that target, they take the points. Lancashire will be very disappointed if they don't win this game. As Hartley bowls to Adam Live, who's looked really lively so far for Yorkshire so far. Takes a single through the offside that time. Collar Cadmore on strike, the wicketkeeper for Yorkshire. Hartley to bowl. 2 runs conceded from his Swiss 3 balls. So he hasn't conceded any boundaries up till now. His bowls round the wicket to Collar Cadmore. Hits it down the ground. This could go for 4. And I fancy it will. No, it won't. David picks it up just on the edge of the circle. And it's just a couple, I think, there to Collar Cadmore. It's just a signaling act. Adam Live is the man on strike. 28-1. So he's just conceding singles rather than big boundaries here at the moment. That's good discipline, 2020 bowling. Hartley towards Live. Live just bats it away. And again, they take another single. Just rotating the strike a little bit here, Yorkshire. They're having to, because it's good discipline bowling from Hartley. There's Parkinson. Going to warm his hands up. It is a little bit cold out there now as Hartley comes in and bowls to Collar Cadmore, and he's knocked that away down the ground. Again, he'll take a single. So 30-1 now, Yorkshire after 3 overs. And a steady over from Yorkshire after the previous 2 had been smashed for 25. They just take 5 off that last over. So we're into the 4th over now. Joe Root will be the next man in. Hasn't got his helmet on. He's got his cap on. He's all padded up and ready with the bat. And even Lanky the Giraffe, he sat right in front of the Yorkshire bench. That is brilliant. Well done, Lanky. Yes, Gleeson, the new bowler, probes to Collar Cadmore. And Collar Cadmore hits it down to the onside boundary. It's picked up by Croft. Croft throws into the wicketkeeper's end. There's just a single there. 31-1 now. Richard Gleeson, 53 games, 50 wickets, best 3 for 2. His economy is pretty good, 8-0, but he goes for usually. Right arm, fast, medium. 34 years old now, Richard Gleeson. Very good bowler. And Kevin says, let's just pause for a second. There's Gleeson just running in now to Adam Live. And Live has smashed it down to 3rd man for 4. Bit unorthodox. He had a bit of a flash at it, Adam Live, admittedly, but he gets his luck. And Yorkshire get another 4. And it's 35, is it, for 1? Live moves to 21. Yes, it is 35 for 1. Kevin says, off Saturday morning rugby with my son playing. Thank you and see you next game. We're still in Friday here in Great Britain. Are you on Sunday? What time is it Saturday morning? I wonder, it's probably about 10 o'clock over in New Zealand on a Saturday morning. Anyway, we're on a Friday night here. As Live faces Gleeson. Gleeson runs in, bowls to Live, who hits it down to first slip, and they'll take a single. In fact, it's leg by signal, 36-1. Well, it's Friday night here in Great Britain. Saturday morning in New Zealand, we're told, from Kevin. Unfortunately for him, he's not cheering for the Lancashire lad. He's cheering for Yorkshire. I wonder if Russ Vernon had some influence on that. Anyway, here comes Gleeson. Bowling to Collar Cadmore as he bowls to him. Collar Cadmore just defends it. And in fact, there's a misfield and Collar Cadmore will get a single. Oh, will he? Now then, will they go to third umpire? Salt took off the stumps. Adam Live was the man at the other end. Only looking at the third umpire. I don't think Neil Malland is going to look upstairs. And I don't think anything else is going to happen. So it looks as if Live made it back okay. So it's 37 for 1. 2 balls to go with the 4th over. Touch and go. No, Live was there very, very quickly. Yeah, he was well within his ground. There was no cause to ask for the third umpire at that point. So it did take the bails off, but Live was well within his ground. And in fact, they did go to the third umpire, but I'm sure this is going to be not out. And indeed it is. And that's a good decision by the television umpire. I don't think there was that much in it, really. And that was a more clear-cut decision than the Lancashire one. As Gleeson bowls to Live, who just miscued it, but he miscued it on the onside, but it went along the floor. Gleeson none for 6 from his 5 deliveries so far. Yorkshire started very well, actually. 37 for 1 in the power play. Remember, it's 6 overs. The first 6 overs, it's power play time. And then the fielding restrictions are lifted. Remember, they have to go at 9.20 and over. That's what you see in the ticket. That's what they need per over. Gleeson now coming and bowl. And, this is where it gets a little bit tricky at this stage. Here's Gleeson running in there to Adam Live. Not out 21 on strike. And Live hits it back down. Is that a cotton bowl? No, it's not. I think he hits it into the ground. And there's no run. End of the over, 37 for 1. So 4 overs gone then. We now move into the... fifth over now. With penultimate over the power play. Just to remind you, York's needed 104 to win at a run rate of 9.20 and over. They have to do that from 20 overs. So Wood is going to bowl again. Got the wicket, but was hit for 15 last time out. And then can Collar Cadmore smash him down the park, I wonder. Here's Wood into Collar Cadmore. And off like a good batsman here at Yorkshire. And Collar Cadmore is in the no exception variety. 6 fours and a 6. And Yorkshire, you have to say, at this stage, as he hits that back down towards the Jimmy Anderson stand for 4, you have to say that is an exceptionally good cricket shot. Admittedly, off the toe end of the bat, you can hit better 4s and 6s than that, but it was a textbook shot down the ground, and the ball was rubbish, to say the least, and it got the treatment it so deserved. Wood again to Collar Cadmore, having a little mini battle, these two now. 14 not out. Wood to Collar Cadmore, and Collar Cadmore plays it through the offside. It's in the air. Oh, it's been dropped by Liam Livingston, of all people. Wood puts his head in his hands, and that really was a chance wasted for Lancashire. Livingston holds his head up and apologises, but when he looks at the replay of this, he will be devastated. Wasn't hit well. Leading edge from Collar Cadmore through the onside, and that, for a player of Liam Livingston's standard, that's regulation catch. I don't care if the sun is in your eyes or not. That is a regulation catch, and Yorkshire have got off the hook there. Big time. Wood thinks he's got it, and the poor lad. So, well, Cadmore now moves on to 15. It's 42 to 1 in amongst all that excitement. It's Live on strike to Wood. Can he hit back straight away? Yes, he's got him! Life has gone! Big wicket for Lancashire. They needed that. And Wood, having not got his reward earlier, look at Liam Livingston. He ran straight away and congratulated Wood. And Joe Root, the captain, going to the crease. Adam Live nearly kicked down the stumps in frustration. He knows he played round it. It's a terrific line and length from Wood. And Live completely played all round it. He's so frustrated, he almost kicks the stumps over. Nearly breaks them, in fact. But Wood has got him clean bowled. And Lancashire needed that wicket in more ways than one. Delight for him, because he's gone for a few. Adam Life is gone for 21. 42 for 2 Yorkshire, and Lancashire are dragging themselves back into this game. It's a good match, this, as Joe Root comes to the crease. We are seeing something spectacular, something special. Joe Root has scored over 2,000 runs in this form of the game. He's a very good one-day batsman, not the England captain anymore. The Test captain. He's now, that honour's gone to Ben Stokes. Has scored 92, his best ever 2020. He's never scored a 2020 100, but his best has been 92 against this opposition Lancashire. So Adam Love, the last wicket. Here's Wood into Root, and Root gets off the mark. A good take there by Parkinson, and it's 1 run to Joe Root. Gets Collar Cadmore on strike, but a big moment in the game this now. Wood knows, now he could have had the wicket of Collar Cadmore the ball before, and then he bowls Adam Live. That is some comeback. Live will be absolutely livid with himself for that. And he, as I said, he always kicked the stumps down in frustration. And I think he thought better of it, really. But Wood was absolutely delighted. 2 balls on the elbow to go. Over number 5. It's been so competitive so far. Collar Cadmore hits it down through the offside. The ball comes in towards the bowler's end. It's just the one taken. Root is now on strike. It's 44 for 2. Yorkshire, it's just been, in terms of run getting, have just got behind the 8 ball better, but they've chucked away 2 wickets. If they lose Root, they're in big trouble. They can't afford to lose the former England captain at this stage and the Yorkshire captain. Can Root get his side back into this contest? Here's Wood to Root, and Root, oh, that's ball skidded right up on him. The bounce really caught him. He's high up on the gloves. And that caused Wood Root a problem or two. That's the end of the over, and it's 37 for 1 as we go into over number 6. It's not 37 for 1. We'll change the scores as soon as we get the thing. They've gone to an ad break. 44 for 2. So we'll change that score for you just now as Lanka the Giraffe whips up the crowd. That was a very, very, very interesting last over that. So Yorkshire have lost 2 wickets for 44 runs. And we're now into over number 6 now, the final over of the power play. They need 140 more to win off 90 balls. Collar Cadmore still there on 16. Devin Milan made 5. Live made 21. 44 for 2. That's the ball as Lancashire now. Well, after this stage, it was 52 for 1. That's going to be 48 for 2 now because that has been smashed away through the offside by Collar Cadmore. He now moves on to 20. It is 48 for 2 now, where Rush, you'll be pleased to hear, gave himself a bit of room outside the off stump and smashed it away for 4. Nicely played from Collar Cadmore. Hartley again to Collar Cadmore. Hartley has been hit down the ground, but again, good discipline Lancashire fielding. 48 for 2 is the score. 5.2 overs gone. Yorkshire chase this down. They're in a good position to do so. Hartley into Collar Cadmore. Hits it over the top through the offside. It's going to be another boundary. 50 up for Yorkshire. Terrific shot by this wicket-keeper batsman who's really, really struck the ball very well in his overs so far. Kept his eye on the ball. Kept his head still. Lovely soft hands. Followed through perfectly. And that is the sign of a good Yorkshire batsman, you have to say. And that's coming from a Lancastrian. 52 for 2. 184 the target. Colin Canmore plays it, tries to through the offside. But this time, good Lancashire fielding that time. So 2 balls to go, the final 2 more balls to go, the power play. And then the fielding restrictions are lifted for Lancashire. That look to touch down the leg side. They do take a single for that. Colin Canmore moves on to 25. And Root is still there on 1. 53 for 2 with 1 ball of the power play still to go. You're minded just in the foreground, and Hartley comes into bowl to Joe Root. Root gets it away through the onside, and he'll pick up the fielder there, which is Croft. Throws it back to wicket-keeper's end. And single to him, head of the power play. 54 for 2 at Yorkshire after 6 overs. So that's, I would say now it's level pegging at this stage. It was 10 off that last over. The power play is over. And now it gets nitty-gritty time now, because the fielding restrictions are now lifted, and it means that Root and Colin Canmore now got to be a little bit more selective in their shot and their stroke making now at this stage of the game. Matt Parkinson now into bowl. 4 runs in it. At this stage, Lancashire were 58 for 1. As Colin Canmore is on strike, and he hits it away through the onside. And the fielder's there. Number 14 throws it towards the wicket-keeper's end. There's just a 1 run there. 55 for 2 now, Yorkshire. Remember, we update the score at the end of every over. 184 the magic number as Parkinson bowls to Colin Canmore. Hits it through down the ground on the offside. Dane Velas is the fielder there. Throws it to the wicket-keeper. Phil Salt. And again, just a single. 56 for 2. Root on 3 from 4. Colin Canmore 26 off 17. Parkinson to Root. Root smashing it down the offside, and he smashed it to the fielder. Brilliantly taken. Matt Parkinson. Lancashire are in complete control. 56 for 3. And Joe Root played an absolute awful shot, really. He went for the big hit. He got nothing on the bat. He got a bad bottom edge. And what a good catch that was. And Lancashire, you'd have to say, are just minor favourites at this moment in time. They're the team in the ascendancy. Parkinson wheels away. The Lancashire crowd go mad. Lanky the Giraffes having a ball out there. Won the catcher. 56 for 3 Yorkshire. 6.3 overs gone. Well, that is unbelievable. Joe Root, that is, well, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it at this point. I'd like Russ's view of that Root shot. Just updating the score as Harry Brook comes into face. Has made 102 in a 2020 game, but not in the blast. As I think it was in the T20, as Brook gets it down the ground, just a single. Well, that is a bad moment back for Joe Root and for Yorkshire at this point. Just to remind you, speaking of Russ and I, the TCO commentaries are back on JB Sports tomorrow. And we have 2 live games for you. We'll just break off for a second because there's 2 balls in this Parkinson over. Bowls to Colin Canmore, hits it away through the onside. No run. Yes, so we've got the League 2 player final tomorrow. We've got Port Vale against Mansfield with Josh Bailey in the commentary box. Russ is presenting both games. As Parkinson bowls to Colin Canmore, dabs it down the ground. They'll take a single for that. 58 now for 3 at the end of the 7th over. So Josh Bailey's doing the League 2 player final. Russell will be hosting, and he'll also be hosting the European Cup final. I'll be commentating in the game in Paris as Liverpool look to complete a treble as they take on mighty Real Madrid, who just won La Liga in Spain. It could be an interesting open final. Join us both tomorrow on JB Sports. And then on Sunday, we've got the Championship playoff final live on JB Sports by the Commentary Hub. Join Nicholas Jones for that one from 4:30. Livingston enjoying life out there. He's going to be the new bowler, it looks like. Colin Canmore on strike. Livingston do the damage with the ball. Livingston bowls again, slow right arm. And Colin Canmore gets it away. I wonder if he got a single there. Still 58 for 3. So no run there. Brook is the non-striker on 1. As Livingston bowls to Colin Canmore. He could be the key to the old Yorkshire innings for me now at this stage. Oh, there's a mix-up there, but Livingston's hurt his hand. He's trying to take that. Always painful when these throws come in. Brook is on strike. 59 for 3 now. Bit of a mix-up there between the two of them. Brook didn't want the road. Colin Canmore had to scamper back and... Oh, the agony on Livingston's. They're painful when you take them on the thumb. But he's going to be all right. So Brook's facing Livingston, comes in, bowls, and he tries to ramp and, well, he got it all wrong and he's very lucky it miscued along the ground rather than in the air. And another day that would have whipped in the air and that might have been a caught and bowl chance for Liam Livingston. So 59 for 3, 7.3 overs gone. Here's Livingston to Brook. Brook gets it away through the onside. They'll take at least a single for that. Good fielding there by Hartley. And at mid-on. And just the 1 run. So 60 up for Yorkshire. As Livingston bowls again to Brook, to Colin Canmore. Once again, Hartley takes it in that same position. Bowls it to the wicket-keeper's end. And then once again, another single, 61 for 3 now. 7.5 overs gone. Towards 8 overs gone then as Livingston bowls to Brook. Going through the offside. Well taken there by Croft. Throws it to the wicket-keeper's end. End of the over, 62 for 3. So that shows once more that Yorkshire aren't having it all their own way. 62 for 3 at the end of that over. And Parkinson's coming in to bowl the next one. We'll face Brook, who's out there on 3. Colin Canmore, the non-striker, on 29. Scored that from 22 deliveries. Parkinson into bowl to Brook. Round the wicket. Brook came out and Parkinson did well there to field it in front of the stumps. Colin Canmore kept to his ground. Otherwise, Parkinson may have been liable to tip the ball onto the stumps, onto the other wickets, and take the bails off. Parkinson bowls again to Brook. Brook again hits it in the air and hits it down the ground, but it's found David, and Tim David throws back to the wicketkeeper. And again, another single. So they're rotating the strike quite nicely. Colin Canmore now is the striker on 29. Brook out 4 as Parkinson comes in to bowl to Colin Canmore. He's going to be the okay. That was a very wild and rubbish delivery. And really, Colin Canmore didn't really take too much advantage of that on the offside. Only took 1 for that. So a bit of a wasted opportunity there. Gone for Colin Canmore. 64 for 3 now. Parkinson again to Brook. Brook this time on strike. Brook miscues it. Again, no fielder there. There might be a chance of a potential run out, but Colin Canmore had already made his ground at that point. So that was purely academic. 65 for 3. They are rotating the strike every single ball here, these two. As Colin Canmore is on strike now to Brook. And Colin Canmore hits it away. Again, good discipline Lancashire fielding. They might just get 2, though. They will. Colin Canmore will keep the strike. Well, no, he won't keep the strike. Brook will go on strike for the next delivery. Or for the next over. As we see that shot again hits it into the ground. And yeah, that's cost them an extra run there. So it is Colin Canmore on strike. 32 not up. 67 for 3. I think you should make that 68 for free now. Yeah, at the end of that over, I think you should. End of the over, 68 for free now, Yorkshire, chasing 184 to win this 2020 Blast match. Northern section. I'll go towards the 10th over of the game. And the burning question is, folks, anyone listening to you here, listening to us here on JB Sports, who's going to win it from here? It's a finely balanced game. Yorkshire could win it easily. Lancashire, if they take a couple of wickets, they could easily win it themselves. It's all to play for. Let me know in the comment section, like comments, what you think. As Hartley bowls to Colin Cadmore, who could be the real key to the innings, and he gets it down the ground. Fielded right down the deep boundary there by Velas, I think, and it's just a single again. Any Lancashire fans listening? Give us a shout if you are. And Hartley bowls to Brook. Brook now to looking away through the onside once more. Again, picked up by the fieldsman. Throws it into the wicket-keeper's end. And just a single. 70 up now for Yorkshire. Been a very good game so far. Very enjoyable derby of all cricketing derbies in the domestic game. Again, another one there to Yorkshire. 71 now for free. Brook on 6. Colin Cadmore, 35 not out. Hartley to bowl to Brook, round the wicket, and Brook again hits it down the ground. Gave himself a bit of room outside the off stump. Again, well fielded down there by the Lancashire fieldsman. And again, just another single. 72 now for free. I think it's a good play from Yorkshire here. A, they're not losing wickets, but B, they're also keeping themselves stayed up maybe for the last 6 overs. So they're maybe having a little quieter spell and just playing themselves in. I think that's the way to do it. Get another single. 74 now for free. 73 for free. Brook on 7 not out. Colin Cadmore, 36. Hartley once again to bowl to Brook. And Brook has smashed that. Oh, that's a ranked full toss. So that's been smashed away through the outside for 6. Neil Mallender just checking. Yep, 6 it is. I can tell you that is 6, Neil Mallender. That is absolutely for sure. 10 overs gone. 79 for free now, Yorkshire. They're dragging themselves into contention here. And it's not beyond the realms of possibility they could nick this. It's a terrific shot. And smashed it through the offside. So 79. They needed that. They needed 11 off that over. They've got that 11. 79 for free. Now going into over number 11. No sign of Yorkshire heading up at the moment. I think they're in a very good position at this stage. Remember, 184 is the target. Northern group section. This is Lancashire's first match in it. Yorkshire's second game. They won it down at Worcester, in case you didn't know, by 7 wickets down at New Road. And he's the key to the whole thing now, Colin Cadmore. You need to get him out, Lancashire. Matt Parkinson could be the man to do it. Bowls to Colin Cadmore, who leaves it. That's surely a wide. It is. A bit silly that from Matt Parkinson. Player of experience should know better than that. Colin Cadmore staying on strike once again. Parkinson bowls. Colin Cadmore just again dabs it away down the ground on the onside, on the offside. Bellas doing the fielding. Throws it back to the wicketkeeper's end. There's just another single. 81 now for free. Brook on 13. Colin Cadmore 37 not out. Yorkshire have played their way in with a real chance. The about 102 to win. And Brook hits that down the ground through the offside. There's no fielder there, so it's safe. Livingston picks it up. Croft throws it in there. And it's, again, another single. In fact, it's 2. Brook now moves on to 15. Colin Cadmore still there on 37 at non-strikers. As Parkinson runs in to Colin Cadmore, who sweeps him. That's going to be 4, no doubt about that, to deep third man. The sweep shot done to perfection. And Brook moves to 19. This is a good over for Yorkshire. They need this. 87 for free. It's a clever shot from Brook. Almost a reverse sweep. And yes, it is a reverse sweep, actually. Very good shot. And through the offside as well on that offside third man boundary. Parkinson being hit a bit. Yeah, now 1 for 18 from 2.3. And that is pathetic from Parkinson. And that's surely got to be signalled as a wide, surely by Neil Malinder. I don't think he is going to signal it. It's a couple of rank ones he's thrown down there, Parkinson. Needs a wicket. Parkinson to Brook, and Brook again takes it down the ground. Just knocks it down the ground. David picks up and does well. Throws it no strikers at the end, or throws it towards the wicketkeeper's end, I should say. 88 for free. Colican more on strike. 37 not out. Make that 30. No, well, it'll be 38 not out. No, it won't. They fought from up. No, it is 38 not out. They did take the single. Brook got back in the nick of time. Ended the over. 89 for free. They need 95 now off 54 balls. Yorkshire at this stage of the game. And this is where it gets to the nitty gritty at this point. As I say, 89 for free. So they've had a 10 to the last over scored. 12th over of the game. Oh, one way to go yet in this match. 54 balls to go. I'm the new bowler now for Lancashire. I'm running in, right arm bowler. And Colican Moore hits it down the onside. It will be a single. Picked up by Liam Livingston, who dropped the catch before Parkinson, before they got the wicket. Danny Lamb, 35 games, 28 wickets, economy average of 27.5, and his economy is quite good as well. And then can he make himself a Lancashire hero in front of this packed Old Trafford? The line runs in, bowls to Brook, and Brook hits him. Oh, he's in the over his head. This could go for 6. I fancy it is 6. Fantastic shot from Brook. 88 from 52 now. Brook goes to 26. 9 4s and 3 6s on the Yorkshire innings. And the Yorkshiremen in the crowd go absolutely mild with glee. There's quite a few in the ground, actually, to be honest. As that smashed up the ground there. Nearly hit the cameraman as well. Brook just went for it and just swiped it. Just hit it with all his might down the ground. And Lamb now, can he come back? As Brook is on strike, Brook gets it away through the onside. He'll take at least 2. Livingston, he'll take on Livingston's arm and he'll beat it. So 98 for free now. 51 balls remain, 86 to get. Going to be an interesting finish to this game now. And I want to ask a question in the comment section. I want everyone to answer who's going to win this game. It's Lamb runs in to bowl to Brook. Brook on 28. Brook hits it through the onside. This could go to Liam Livingston. They'll take on the arm again. They'll get 2 for that. So the 100 up for Yorkshire. 100 for free. 84 required from 50. That's the situation at the moment. Old Trafford really now holding its breath. It's one end being redeveloped. As Lamb bowls in again, this time to Brook, just drifting down the leg side. Oh, now then! Is that run out? Salt is convinced it's a run out. This is going to be close because Brook, who's been in sparkling form these last 4 or 5 minutes, if he's short here, then Yorkshire could have a serious problem. Throw comes in towards the wicketkeeper. It's a direct hit. Oh, he's just got back. He's just got back. The dive has saved Brook. They thought it was out, Lancashire. It is not out. It is not out, but it's a good throw. You never know when a direct hit, it could have gone either way, but I think the bat is on the ground. And if the bat is grounded, then he must not be knocked out. And it isn't, and that is the case. So good decision by the third umpire. Good play good batting from Brook. Got back well in time. Here's Lamb to Brook. Brook gets it away through the onside, and he'll take a single. Definitely, I don't think you want to take on Livingston's arm. End of the over, 101 for free. They need 83 now from 48 Yorkshire, and who knows what might happen now in this next half an hour or so. Remember, chasing 184 to win. 101 for free. Let's not forget that. So anything could happen. 101. It is. Target is below now. It's into double digits. We're into the 13th over a 20th. 20. Then the run rate at the start was 9.20. That is what you're seeing on the ticker at the bottom of your screen. Brook now 31 from 19 balls. Good innings. Collar Cadmore 35 of 31. These two have given Lancashire that big opportunity. Can they take that nettle and grasp it with both hands? There's every possibility they could do that. As Livingston bowls to Brook, and Brook gets it away. There'll be just a single at this stage of proceedings. Amazing set of circumstances we're in here. Big crowd at Old Trafford. Can Lancashire get this wicket? Livingston bowls to Brook. That looked LBW. They appealed it. Looked maybe down the leg, maybe going down the leg side a little bit. Neil Mallender was not convinced. Don't think it was absolutely plumb. It's a good delivery. Maybe drifting down the leg side. Possibly. Oh, that could be caught behind. Neil Mallender asked the question and not out, to the surprise of Phil Salt and Liam Livingston. And he's given a wide. Now, that's controversial. That is controversial in every possible way. Liam Livingston can't believe it. Neil Mallender could be the villain of the piece here. They really did think it was caught behind. And I'm going to admit, I think it was. Hard to tell from that first angle that the television is showing, but Lancashire were convinced. Now, the umpires are very consistent than the football equivalent. I'm certain that's been edged. Anyway, here's Parkinson at Livingston again. Again, good fielding from Lancashire. They need, just to frustrate these two batsmen, just make one mistake. They thought they had him LBW. They thought they had him caught behind. 104 for free. 80 from 44. And Brook gets it away. Down the onside. David picks up, does the fielding. Throws to the wicketkeeper's end. 1 run. 105 for free. Now it's below 80. 79 from 43 deliveries at the end of this T20 game. What a barnstorming finish. Croft now throws in. And again, Brook gets a couple more. 106 for free. At the end of the over. So that is the situation at the moment. Terrific game we've got ourselves here now at Old Trafford. 78 to win. 106 for free it is. 78, as I said, needed to win the game. Now into over number 14 for a possible 20. After 13 overs, Lancashire 111 for 2. So Yorkshire just behind it now, but it's a 4th wicket partnership of 50. Colin Canmore, 15 off 16. Harry Brook, 33 off 23. So interesting stuff. 78 from 42 is the equation. They really do need to get runs here and quickly, Yorkshire, to give themselves that real opportunity of a chance. And, oh, dear me. Gleeson with the delivery. Bounced a bit there in front of Colin Canmore. really ripped off the pitch, didn't it? So, yeah. I'll take it behind the stumps there by Phil Salt. 78 from 41. No ball. Wasn't head height, according to Neil Maunder. Here's Gleeson. Balls to Colacamo. Digs out the Yorker. Be picked up there down the ground. He's battled very well in the trenches out there tonight. Colacamo. He's done remarkably very, very well. So it's Stevens now as we come to the business end of the game. Still plenty to go. There's Gleeson bowls to Brook, and Brook gives him room outside the off stump, and he smashed that for 4. They needed that, Yorkshire. Hits it through the offside, and that is what they needed. In more ways than one, Yorkshire 73 now required from 39 balls. Still going to be a tall order, but if anyone can do it, it's these two. They've kept themselves in with a chance. Maybe now the last 5 or 6 overs, they've got to motor and try and get 184. That is what they need. Darren Goffel have made that perfectly clear to them now. 10 fours and 3 sixes. 73 or 39. Brook on strike, 37. Gleeson bowls to Brook. Brook tries to get it down to deep third man. He might succeed, but good fielding again by Croft. Right down on that deep third man boundary on the onside. Throws to the wicketkeeper's head. 71 required from 38. Now we've got a game on here with a vengeance in this Rosy T20 match in the Northern Group section of the Vitality Blast. Remember the County Championship there a couple of weeks ago went to the final day and Lancashire just couldn't get over the line. Gleeson bowls to Brook. Brook hits it over, and Salt throws down the stumps, but Brook was well within his ground, had lost his balance as well. Having said all that, 113 required, or 113 on the board. That shot up off the pitch very well. Salt threw down, but missed the stumps by the long way. 37 is the target now as Gleeson runs in again. Final ball of the inning of the thing, and it's a leading edge, but it's straight to the fieldsman. End of the over. 114 for 3, and 36 balls remain. Yorkshire now needs 70. I reckon it's going to be a tall order, but if anyone can do it, Yorkshire can. So 114 for 3. Got just shy of 6 overs to go. We're going to go into over number 15 now of 20. Where it really gets the nitty-gritty now. Remember, Lancashire made 183 for 7 in their first spring. Yorkshire's reply at the moment, 114 for 3. Brook not out 40. Cadmore not out 42. These two are keeping Yorkshire in the hunt. A wicket now could be deadly for their chances. Livingston bowls to Brook and he hits it through the onside. They'll pick up at least a single, if not a couple for that. And they do get the one, which brings Cola Canmore onto strike. Good fielding by Hartley. It's part of Livingston again, and it's been smashed away by Cola Canmore. But just in front of the fieldman there, that was Hartley again. Once on the offside. The rest said Yorkshire Vikings did do a decent job 2 days ago to win by 7 wickets. Same again tonight. Well, you never know with these two in. They're well settled, well set on good scores. Here's Livingston now into bowl. And again, Brook gets it away, but they need more than singles at this point, Russ. Again, good fielding there by David, and Hartley doing the throw into the bowler's end. Livingston's been a little bit expensive. This is his final over, incidentally. Only one of the bowlers to take a wicket so far. That was Parkinson. It's Brook now on strike, and that's in the air. That should be a leading edge, but it's beyond Gleeson at deep third man. And maybe, just maybe, the luck is with Yorkshire Vikings tonight. Who knows? 66 required, or 64 required now. In the air, and well, that was difficult. Gleeson just couldn't get in there. Maybe if he'd put the dive in, would it have made a difference? I'm not sure. Brook 45 not out. Livingston to bowl. 2 balls to go of his spell. He's been hit for 26 now. Good throw in from David. 46 not out now. Colin Cadmore, 43. These two are keeping Yorkshire in with a chance. But 1 wicket from Lancashire breaks that partnership and could take Yorkshire's chances away with it. 63 required for 31. That's the equation. Livingston bowls next to the way. Again, they'll take a single, and that should be the end of the over. And it is the end of the over. 122 for 3. 30 balls and 4 overs to go. Going to be some finish this now. 122 for 3. They've got wickets in hand as well, Yorkshire, which is probably going to pay into their hands at this stage. At this moment in time, a wicket for Lancashire could muddy the waters as far as Yorkshire's concerned. But this next 20 minutes is going to be very, very good at the moment. We're in for a cracking end. The next over is gone, and it's going to be 6 this time, I fancy. Hartley with a rank full toss, and Carla Canmore has got his 50, and he's got it in the grand manner. Smashed it through the onside, and he smashed it about 20 rows back into the stand. That's his 23rd 50 in 2020 matches, and he's played 110 of them, and he's hit 100 in that time as well. 38 balls. He's taken him to get that. And he's just hit a rank full toss straight into the crowd. Can't go to 50 much better than that. That's an important one. They need more of that, really, Yorkshire at this point. Please for Colin Cadmore has been really good. Hartley really needs to bowl better than what he's done. Not for 32. And again, that is drifting down the leg side. Even though it hit Colin Cadmore on the pads. That surely must be leg buys. 129 for 3. There's no bat involved, obviously. So can Brook get his 50? That's the crucial question. Hartley really needs to get one of these two out. Hartley to Brook, and Brook hits it down the offside. And again, well fielded by David. Just a single. Brook 47 now. Carla Canmore on strike with 50. 1 wicket here breaks the partnership. Breaks the shackles for Lancashire. Hartley to bowl. It's again a Brook. Carla Canmore smashed that many a mile. Oh, it's cleared the rope, I fancy. Cleared the rope on the offside. 130 for 3. I'm certain that was 6. I'm absolutely certain, because if it's hit the rope in any way, shape or form, if it hasn't touched the ground, then that's got to be 6, I fancy, yeah. No, it's just before the rope. It's 4, actually. 4. Yeah, just bounces before it hits the pink rope. So, it's got to give it 4 there. So, in a funny roundabout sort of way, Lancashire probably saved themselves 2 runs there. And it is 4, signalled by Neil Mallender, the umpire. 50 from 26. It's doable for Yorkshire. Colin Cadmore, 54, none out. Hartley to bowl again. And the appeal LBW, that looked like it was drifting down the leg side to me. And even though I'd like to say LBW, as a proud Lancashire lad, you simply can't give that out. 49 of 25 now. It's below 50. Leg buys were signalled. Hartley bowls again. And in the air this time, but Brook has got away with it. Good fielding there by Lancashire, but it's another single. 48 from 24. End of the over. It's going to be some finish this. 24 balls remain. 3 overs to go. So Colin Cadmore's gone to 50. And it's gone there in fantastic style. It's been some finish to this game. And here we go once more. Just seen that shot that got him to 50 there. 4-4, 5 fours and a 6. It's something. So 136 for 3. They're in good position. They've got 7 wickets in hand here at this moment, Yorkshire. So you went back against them at this stage of the game. 17 overs have gone. It's Yorkshire's to lose. Can't be affording to chuck wickets away at this point. Livingston has bowled his 4 overs. He can't be used again. Hartley can't be used again. He's been hit for 38. Very expensive. Gleeson is the new bowler. It's like the Giraffe tries to whip up a frenzy, whip up a storm here at Old Trafford. I think they need his vitality at this stage. Anyone loves liking the Giraffe. He's just an unbelievable mascot character in the game. Second in mascot terms behind Birdie the Bee of Burnley. 136 for 3 is the scoreline. 48 from 24. 3 overs to go. They need a miracle here, Yorkshire. They could do it. Gleeson. Oh, what about that for a ram shot? That's going to third man for 4. Brilliant from Brook. That does bring up his 50 and brings it up in 5 style. 52 not out. That is some shot. That is some shot. Darren Goffin, even a Joe Root applaud that. And I think Goffin would have been proud of that one, even though he was a bowler by repute. 3 4s, 2 6s, a strike rate of 152.9. That's his 650 in 63 2020 games. And remember, he's got like Campbell, he's got 100 as well. 140 for 3, 44 23. And again, tries to ramp and gets it wrong this time. But it doesn't cost him his wicket. These 2 batsmen are set. They're confident. They're seeing the ball like a beach ball at the moment. But they just need to not chuck any wickets away. As Gleeson comes into bowl. 1 Lancashire wicket here could do it for them. 60 not out against Worcestershire the other night. Got them over the line. Oh, that's dreadful. Dreadful from Gleeson. Bowled way outside the off stump. That is terrible. Not good enough. Not good enough by half. That's extras and Lancashire can ill afford at this stage. Leg byes and wides. And now look at that. There's no way a batsman can play that. 3 wides and 3 leg byes. It's not good enough. 43 from 22. Brook on strike to Gleeson. And again, good fielding now. They just need to break this partnership, Lancashire, and they could win this game. But when these 2 are set and in form, you wouldn't put past anything past Yorkshire. 21 balls remain of the game. We are going. It's going to be a dramatic finish. It's been a great game all the way through. Played in a fantastic spirit. Played with commitment. Played with passion. Played with style. It's been a wonderful 2020 game to enjoy and watch here on listen for you at JB Sports. I hope you've enjoyed it too. Gleeson bowls to Colin Campbell. Hits that away. That's going to be 4 through the offside. Yorkshire have still got a puncher's chance. 38 from 20. They can do this. 13-4, sorry. 4 6s. Colin Campbell could get Yorkshire over the line. So too could Brook. I thought Yorkshire's chances may have gone up in smoke when they lost live cheaply and lost as well. On top of that, the former England captain, as Gleeson comes in, bowls to Colin Campbell, the wicket-keeper batsman who's performed magnificently well for Yorkshire tonight. Takes a single. Full salt there. Going to be interesting who's going to be man of the match at the end of it. In fact, we'll put a man of the match vote out for you guys to choose. We haven't done one for a long time. Because when we are with the TCM, we usually want. We're going to bring back JB MLTM for this one night. Name of the player. And then hashtag it with JB MLTM. The player you want to see when the JB man of the match. We're bringing it back for this 2020 game. Here's hashtag JB MLTM. Gleeson, that's a no ball. Well, it's sort of a bump ball. So JB MLTM, please. You've got to put that hashtag in. Them are the player you want to see when man of the match. And when we count the votes, we'll have our own supplementary winner. We're bringing it back for one night. This is retro stuff on JB Sports. As we come to the end of this fantastic T20 Northern Group cricket game here at Old Trafford. Here comes Gleeson. Final ball of the over. And he bowls to Brock. He hits it away through the offside, and it's well fielded. Another single, 148 for 3. And we're now into the final 3 overs of the game. Now going into over number 18 of 20. And this is where it gets real nitty-gritty now. Amazing innings. Brook, 3 fours and 2 sixes. He's really given himself a chance. Let's say 148 for 3. They took 12 off that particular over, so a decent over that for Yorkshire as they chased down this 183 that Lancashire posted earlier on in the evening. It's some finish to this game now. 36 needed of 18. If they get 6 sixes, they win the match, essentially. So I think a Somerset player hit 34. I saw a player in a 2020 match earlier this week hit 34 off an over. I wonder if Brook or Colin Campbell could do just that for Yorkshire, I wonder. From a Lancashire perspective, I sincerely hope they don't, but they've been good form. They've been good value tonight. They've really played well, whatever happens. They've really performed admirably here. Here comes Wood, 2 for 22. As Richie Bennett would say, comes in to bowl to Brook. And Brook again hits it down the ground. But he'll only pick out a fielder just in there. And it's, I think it's Livingston that's picked the ball up there. So 149 for 3, 35 required. It was just a single. Colin Campbell now goes on to strike. It's going to be some finish to this cricket game, I'm telling you now. It's just been unbelievable for all sorts of different reasons. Now they're changing the field now. Dave Valias is going to the boundary. Colin Campbell, what a match he's had. He's played really well behind the stumps. But can Wood get him out this time? Colin Campbell beats it through the onside. But again, it will just be a single. Picked up by David. And again, just outside the ring. Throws in towards the wicketkeeper, Salt. 150 up for Yorkshire. They'll need another 34 runs. Wood has taken 2. Parkinson the 1. 2 for 24. 4 balls to go of the 18th over. And what a game it has been. Brook on 55. Faces Wood, who comes charging in over the wicket. And then Brook hits it in the air. Now then, has he got enough legs on it? Is there going to be a catch? Oh, it's just falling short. Just falling short of Tim David. And Croft throws back in towards the wicket-keeper's end. And Yorkshire survive. That was not a good shot at all. Ill-advised maybe from Brook, perhaps. But he got away with it. Good pitch delivery. Important pitch. In fact, it was a full toss. And I just wonder what the umpire said here. Now, what's going on here? Are they checking something now? I can't tell what it is. Oh, he's checking for a wide. I can't believe that. That is a cruel decision. That is poor from Bill Mallender. That is no way in the world is that a wide delivery. And it's unbelievable. Neil Mallender, hang your head in shame. Great player and a good umpire in his own right, but that decision, I can't endorse that decision. That, I'm afraid, is just pathetic. There is no way in the world that's a free hit. You tell me that's a no ball. That is just preposterous. 57 not out. He's got a free hit as well. And if that goes for 6, it could add insult to injury. Well, it's going to fall short, in fact, of David. And it's just a single. So no real damage done as far as that's concerned. But 30 from 16. I can't believe that's a no ball. You tell me where the no ball was. I'd like to see the angle where they checked for this. No way at all was that a no ball in my eyes. And definitely wasn't a 3 hit. Neil Mallender got that badly wrong. Here's one. Oh, just missed the bat there. Colin Campbell. What a game now it's been. Brooke and Colin Campbell have really made this game a lot more interesting than I thought it might have been, because when Root and Live had gone cheaply, both of them had gone cheaply actually, it looked to be all over for them. But these two have really done remarkably well. Let's be fair. So it's all down to these final 14 deliveries. It's in the air from the offside, but again, Livingston well positioned. Ball comes in towards the end there. So we're coming up towards the final ball of the 18th over. We'll then go into the penultimate over. 12 balls to go. Anyone's game, 28 from 13. Who wants it? Partnership now, 100 partnership. Brooke has scored 58 of those runs. Tom Kohler-Campbell has scored 35 of those. Anyone's game. They've really made it a fight, Yorkshire. You've got to give them that, whatever happens. One, balls to Brooke, and Brooke hits it high in the air. It's into the stratosphere. Into the stratosphere, and he's gone home and around for 6, despite the best efforts of Stephen Croft. There was nothing he could do. Nothing he could do. And it's 6 and 22 required off the final 2 overs. It can be done. Oh, that is a real finish. That is for sure. That sixer has really put the cat amongst the pigeons here. I'll tell you what, if Jeff Boycott is watching, he'll be having kittens. 162 for 3 now. And it's been some finish. 14 off the over. And now we're going into the penultimate over. What a finish this is going to be now. Good effort from Stephen Croft, though, on that third man boundary there to get there. Brooks on 64. Kohler-Campbell has 61. They need 22 from 12. It's gettable. It can be done in 1 over. Now, this is where Lamb has got to show his savviness at this stage of the game. Went for 12. Can't afford to go for 12 on this over. Lancashire need a wicket desperately at this stage. 22 from 12. Or, Yorkshire could win this game. And if they win it, fair play to them. They've deserved it. They need to get the fans behind them now. Lancashire, what have you got in you? Quarter-finalists last year before Somerset upset the odds down at Taunton. They can't afford to lose their first match in this competition. Here's Lamb bowling to Brooke, and that's a play and a miss. No run off that delivery. Dot ball just when it was needed. 22 off 11. 162 for 3 Yorkshire. It's a terrific finish here. Rush is cheering quite naturally for Yorkshire at this stage. Me as a proud Lancastrian, obviously I've got to cheer for Lancashire. But who's going to have the bottle? Whoever wins this has deserved it. Lamb goes, and it's a shot there from Brooke, and it's into the onside. It's going to be 4. That is a terrific shot through the onside from Kohler-Campbell, I should say. It's a terrific shot. 14 4s and 5 6s. They have got a chance here. Not a good delivery, I'm afraid. And it got the treatment it deserved. So Kohler-Campbell is on 65 not out from 48. Lamb needs to bowl better. 18 from 10. 4 sixes could do it for them. In fact, 3 sixes could do it for them. They've got 10 balls to do it in, so they've got balls in hand. Lamb, not for 16. Needs to be disciplined. That looked a touch wide for me. It's in the air, but it's safe. Velas doing the fielding, so 66 not out, 167 on the board, 17 from 9. Harry Brooke of Yorkshire is the JBMLTM. Who do you think will win that now, guys? That's Russ's choice, and at the moment, that's winning the vote. He's had a good match, Harry Brooke. Now, whatever happens, he's had a terrific game. What do Lancashire do here now? This is the crucial question. 167 for 3. There are 9 balls to go. 3 balls left of this Lamb over. 1 wicket here could do it for them. They need a few dot balls as well, admittedly. But a wicket and a dot ball would be priceless at this stage for any Lancastrian watching in the crowd or watching at home or listening to us at home. Been an absolute bamboozle of a game. Harry Brook is on 64 not out. 17 on 9. Colin Campbell is still there on 66, remember. They've taken a while setting the field. As Lamb comes in now to bowl. Lamb bowls to Brook and he's hit it in the air. This could well be out. Is it? No! No, it's dropped! There were 2 players converging on it. One was David, and I don't know who the other one was. But he's dropped it. Oh, how's your luck? It was Dave Velas, the second player. This should have been taken. Admittedly, yes, it's darkened skies and it's high up in the stratosphere, but Dave Velas, you should be taking those. No excuses whatsoever. 50 from 8, 169 for 3. Brook on 66. Koa Canmore on 66. Lamb to bowl to Brook. And Brook gets it away and gets a single. Phil Salt takes the ball behind the stumps. Picks it off the ground. Kevin reckons it's a big ask and failed. Well, possibly. Well, we don't know yet. Yorkshire haven't failed anybody yet. 1 ball on the penultimate over to go. 14 required. Just a dot ball for Lancashire would be nice. Thank you very much. Lamb, no wicket for 20. No wicket for 20 at this stage. This has been some finish. Are we going to see another one? Lamb comes in to bowl to Koa Campbell. 66 not out. Koa Campbell plays it through the offside. It's into space. Again, they'll just take a single. In fact, they're going to take 2. They're going to take on the arm now then. Is that a... Well, he's going to go for the umpire for that now. Did Koa Campbell get home in time? Lancashire think he's out. I'd like to see that one again. It's a very close decision. Sold with the ball. Koa Campbell coming in. Oh, he's short. I think he's short. Lancashire could break the partnership here. And if they do, it's a big moment in the game. I think Colin Canmore is short. I do honestly believe that. The umpire's decision is out. He's out. 171 for 4. 13 required from 6. Colin Canmore has gone. Lancashire are back in this game and have a great chance to win it with 6 balls left. Colin Canmore goes for 67 of exactly 50. 171 now for 4. Oh, what a finish. You could not write the script. You could not write the script any further than that. Unbelievable scenes here at Old Trafford. It's going to the final over. It is going to the final over. I wonder what Russ is feeling like now. The partnership has been broken and not before time. We have got 6 balls, possibly more if there's no balls. Brook is still there. Shadab is at the crease now. He's the new batsman. 13 required from 6. This man, Harry Brook, could take the game still away from Lancashire. But the partnership is broken. Here's Gleeson into bowl. Bowls to Brook. Brook hits it away. But again, it goes straight to the fielder. It's a dot ball as well. That's a good start from Lancashire. 13 from 5. It's going all the way this one. It's going all the way this one. The Lancashire fans celebrating. It's a bit early yet. Gleeson comes in, bowls to Brook. Pounds towards the pitch, over the wicket. Brook gets there. It's going to be a single, I fancy, here for... No, it's going to be two. It's going to be two. Going to be two. Oh, it could be a run out here. Could be a run out here. Now, if Brook goes, that's it. They'll check on the replay. Did he make his ground? He was going for that second one. He puts the dive in. Salty's there. It's going to be close. It's going to be tight. No, he's home. He's home. He's home. Home by a country mile. 2 to Brook. 7.69 it is. It's going to be not out on the big screen. You can bet your bottom dollar. 11 from 4. So, Gleeson comes in over the wicket to bowl to Brook. On 69 not out. Brook gets it away. He'll get to 70 for sure. Fieldsman come in, does his job. Croft throws to the wicketkeeper's end. And now Brook can do nothing now as Sadab has got to face the next delivery. Cold on naught, hasn't faced a ball. Sadab Khan, 190. His best was in the Pakistan 2020 against the Karachi side. So there's a few Mexicans in the crowd, but 3 balls to go, 10 needed. A 6 and a 4 would do it for Yorkshire. $174 for 4. There's a concentration going on here at the moment. Villiers and Salt and Gleeson here. It's a terrific end to this game. 10 reading from 3 for Yorkshire. It's been a terrific Roses match in the 2020 Blast. Been a very enjoyable game. Tell you what, if I would have been a neutral watching this, I would have enjoyed every single second of it. Gleeson comes in, bowls to Sadab, and Sadab gets it away. He might get it away for 4 even. He has! Oh, Yorkshire! Yorkshire have a chance. 6 from 2. Sadab has given Yorkshire hope. That is a terrific shot through the onside. Gleeson's bowled that brilliantly. And Sam Adams not just dug that out, he's got it away for 4 and has beaten the fielder at the boundary. Joe Root, could he afford a smile at this stage? I don't think so. Darren Goff had half for 1. But the game's still not done yet. 1 dot ball, and then it always on that final delivery. 1 big hit now from Sadab's bat, and that could be it. And it's in the air, could be out. It's not going to reach the boundary. It's been dropped. It's been dropped by Villiers again. That's twice he's put that on the floor. No way, man. No way, man. Still 6 from 2. Oh, it's 5 for 1 now. But the crucial factor is here, Harry Brook is on strike. Harry Brook is on strike. Gleeson bowled this. It was a leading edge. It came off the toe end of the bat. And surely. No way, man. That is not a no ball. You can't be serious. That is a generous decision for Yorkshire. Lancashire fans are not happy. I'm certainly not happy. What is Neil Mallender doing? What is he doing? This is stupid. How can that be a no ball? 3 from 2. Oh, no way. No way. There's going to be inquests after this. Take nothing away from Yorkshire at this point, but they have had some generous decisions here. As Brook hits it away, it goes through. I'm not having that as a no ball. Ball comes in. It's going to be 1 to win now. I cannot for the life of me say that's a no ball. I'm not having that. I don't wish to take the gloss off this, but this is just... I just find it absolutely bemusing why an umpire like Neil Mallender can give poor decisions like that. His side have got out of jail. There's no doubt about it. They play well. Brook has played terrifically well. Give him his fair cheers. But they've had 2 or 3 very generous umpiring decisions. I just wonder if this is out. No, it's hit. Salter's hit the stub, so I don't think you can give that out. In fact, I think if it goes against Yorkshire here at this stage, I think that's very harsh. But going back to those 2-0 ball decisions, I just feel Lancashire have been cheated in that sense. That's going to be not out. It'll be amazing if it's out here at this stage. Not out it is. So 1-for-1. And Yorkshire, take nothing away from Harry Brook. He's played magnificently well, but they've had a bit of luck really tonight, Yorkshire. There's no doubt about it. I'm not agreeing with Russ on that one, but I'm sure we'll banter that during the football tomorrow night in Paris, the TC Hub, which is where I'm going to be next. And Harry Brook is now reconfirmed as the JB MRTM. So Yorkshire can't lose the match, but if they bowl a dot ball, it will end a draw. The game will be tied. And in fact, Yorkshire have lost fewer wickets, but the game would be tied. It can't go. It's not a knockout game, so it can't go to a super over, which actually would make very fascinating television right now. So they've got away, whatever happens, they've got away with a couple of key decisions tonight, Yorkshire. You only need one note. Can Gleeson provide a dot ball for Yorkshire? And they peel LBW out! Harry Brook has gone! That's it! It's a draw! And I think at the end of the day, I think that's a fair result. The match is drawn, LBW. It was absolutely plumb. Brook goes. It's 184 plays. Apologies there. I lost the mic came out there, but it's finished a draw. It's finished a draw, and it was absolutely plumb. Let's face it. It's a draw game. It's a draw match, and what a game that is! It's finished here. So it's ended 183, playing 183. My word, what a finish. That's the final score. And there we go, at the end of it there. Match drawn is the final thing there. Well, what a game. What a match. I don't think you'll ever get a finish like that. Oh, dear me. Yes, I need to lie down for that commentary at the end. Yeah, match drawn. There we go. Oh, what a game. What a game. So let's go over it again. So Yorkshire. So Lancashire finished on 183 for 7. It's one of those games where it's just going to leave wrong in the memory. It really is. And Yorkshire in reply finish on 183 for 4 as well after 20. That's the final score. And there we go. Oh, yes, the England-New Zealand Super Over. Now, that is... No, that is that was some game that was really was some game. So there we go. So that's the final score. 183 played at 183. Even though Yorkshire lost fewer wickets, it's still a draw. So they kick up a point each. After all that, So the game is drawn. But my word, it was 183 for 5 at the end of it, actually. I should tell you, not 183 for 4 because of the LBW. So we'll correct that one as well. Oh, my God. We had everything happen. It all happened there in that last few seconds, didn't it? So there we go. Match drawn. Look at that. No, it's terrific. I hope you very much enjoyed it there. So that's that. The covers are coming off. Gleeson with the best ball of the day for me. Plum LBW was hitting leg stump without a shadow of a doubt. And Gleeson's face said it all. He was pumped up at the end. Really was. Right. Anyway, we're going to leave you for now till tomorrow night. But tomorrow we've got on JB Sports Band a commentary hub because the commentary hub material is coming back to the channel. Let me tell you about 2 big games of football coming up. One from Wembley Stadium, the playoff final. Russ Vernon's going to host them both. Let me tell you that the playoff final between Mansfield Town and Port Vale, that's a 4 o'clock start on all TCL platforms, including JB Sports tomorrow. That is with your commentator, Luke Bailey. Russ will be hosting that one. And then later, Russ will be doing a double shift because at the end of that one, we go to Paris, where I'm going to be based, for the European Cup final of 2020, live on the commentary on via JB Sports and all the TCL platforms. Liverpool going for a treble against Real Madrid. The 2 greatest successful teams in European competition battling it out for Europe's top football prize. And then, of course, England against New Zealand on day 1 of the first test as well. But Luke Bailey, Josh Bailey, I meant. Josh Bailey. I'm so wound up with this commentary. It's been amazing. But I hope you've enjoyed tonight. I'll see you on JB Sports and TCL for the European Cup final tomorrow. I need to go and have a lie down, prep up a bit more for the final. See you in Paris tomorrow. What a final. What a game. I hope you've enjoyed it at home. For me, JB, see you tomorrow in Paris for the European Cup final. Lancashire and Yorkshire finish on 1-8-3 apiece. And the match in this T20 Blast at Old Trafford has been drawn. I hope you've enjoyed it. From us all here on JB Sports, good night. Good night to you all.